on in, Eric. I don't know. You might know more than I do. I don't know. I think we're live. Maybe we're live.
We're live.
Okay.
Mics are.
Mics are hot. Okay.
Mics are hot.
Good to know. You know, some of the terrible things we talk about in private, we don't want to broadcast to the world, right?
Yeah. Nobody needs to hear some of that stuff.
They probably don't need to hear the stuff we're going to say anyways, but they don't have a choice. We're going to have to deal with it.
I don't know if we need these on yet.
With our seat probe?
Should get exciting. I mean, should. Okay, see, it's big. It's fun. It's fun. Any traction today at all? I burned through a pretty good stack. Twice.
This is
I
my new seat.
that plane just messes with me so
Oh my
bad.
God, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I think remind me next year that when we get to that point, I just want to be like, don't give me my stack now, I'll deal.
Yeah, I'd rather, especially with the
I'd rather come in. I'd rather come in.
I had 90K. I could have sat out for 2 hours, let some people bust, and then okay, I'll go in now. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot going on trying to look at the damn cards.
That's why
You just don't get into it.
Bitcoin 9 is, it's standard range from that, but I was like,
And you have no ability to
somebody
feel
should go like that.
who's too aggressive, who's not aggressive at all. Like it just.
No, I agree. I never felt comfortable today. And then I got pretty aggro. I had 50K left. I ripped it in. 3-bet ripped it in over some guy. 2 guys actually. One fold. And the other guy looked me up with ace king. I had ace queens clubs. And immediately everyone's like, oh, I folded a queen. So the queens are all dead. And I flopped 2 clubs. I'm like, well, found some different outs and brick. And then I managed to, 2 different hands. I managed to flop a straight. And then I rivered the opponent a flush on the river, personally, just delivered it. Here you go. Have some chippies.
I think last match, I thought a guy was raising once too often, so I was going to make a play on him. With Jack 7 clubs, flop 2 clubs. He bets I can over top of him, making the mistake of getting just short of half my chips in play. And he jams on me.
And you're just committed. You're like, well, so be it.
And he flips over jacks. And I've heard.
Which I don't even care what flips over.
No, I need to hit.
I have to hit the club.
I have to hit a club.
Unless you're up against 10-8 of clubs or something.
Yep.
But it's just not that. It's always something. So you gotta hit something.
It was just one of those where
Next weekend's like way the hell out of town.
small cut. 20-25 miles
Oh, is that all?
southwest.
Okay. Never been there before, either? 7-1?
No.
What kind of structure buying is that, do you know?
I don't even know.
I know it's a long day.
Just Saturday, right? Turnover will probably depend heavily on when the Vikings get us.
Oh, if they play on Saturday or not? Yeah. Yeah, and the next week is the tag team, which should be really fun. But I'm not going to play
Okay, players, if you're at the feature table, please move over.
the wives, me and Josh. And the wives like MMA, so I'm like, it'd be fun playing the tag team. I like the structure. 2 stacks, play for 4 hours, combined stacks.
A lot of
Okay, while everyone's moving, you can go
asking
over
for and stuff.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be successful as hell.
place.
Just made
7th, 8th, and 9th place will receive a $150 seat.
You can't play every week.
No one bet they want.
Actually, like, no, let's go do something with the wife that we both.
4th, 5th, and 6th place will receive a $300 seat to any 701 event they want.
My wife prefers to play. Like, I get her to go
Place will
play.
receive $600 worth of
She'd rather not play. She likes to walk in.
Okay.
Up until COVID, 5 years ago, she spent all
All right. That's cool.
because her birthday is a couple days before my birthday, so we run out and things, eat at some nice restaurants, that kind of thing, and sit and play poker. So on Valentine's Day, I'm sitting in Canterbury playing poker with all these guys that are ignoring their wives. My wife's here. I'm like, that's right over there.
She's over there crushing it.
Yeah, and she always crushed it. I shouldn't say she crushed it. She always made her broke even or lost a little bit. But
That's crushing.
she'd sit for hours and
It's a lot of entertainment if you can make a couple bucks.
she'd sit and play like 3-6 and
or lose a little
the
bit.
dealers would come over and dealers pretty quickly catch up. So
Yeah.
they'd look at me and be like, yep, she folded all but one hand. 4 guys paid her off and she bet every step of the way.
Yeah.
They were surprised when she flipped over aces.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Weird. Couldn't figure out that range. But they don't want me to people.
Well, and then you get a bunch of guys, they can't figure out what.
Chris Cross is still in. Nice.
Well, I suppose you can see that they can't, huh?
Yeah, I believe they see that, right?
Yep.
We have to click on something to get it over there. So let's reconnect this, and then it looks like we're getting super close to starting it. And then we switch to this. We switch it to the live stream.
Nope, I think you close this door, yeah?
Close this.
No, just move that. No, wait. I don't know.
Right here. No.
It's not behind there, is it? What's on it? Or is it?
Yes. So, there it is. We will kick you over the live stream. The players are still getting seated and getting ready to go here, but me and Eric are figuring out how to actually get you guys to view what we're viewing. So we're back. We got 14 viewers. I think me and Pete, right before we took break, was 48, 50, somewhere in there. So hopefully, once the break comes up, the viewership will crank back up. Feel free to type something in the chat. We'll try to keep track of all that. I think, Pete, we did it right.
Excel?
I clicked on something and it popped up there, so I was pretty happy with myself.
Did you do the opening?
We did not.
Right. I think it's supposed to have sound.
Okay.
It's supposed to look cool.
So should I hear it?
I don't think you'll hear it.
I'm not hearing it.
No.
We don't hear the. We haven't been hearing the volume on the
Okay.
Randy's commercial either.
And
But it
who?
just looks sweet.
It looks great. Who put this together for us?
That was Jason. So, all right.
And
now back to
I
you.
say us because I'm part of the company, obviously. You know.
There we go. You guys will be
Which I'm
seeing
not.
new players here shortly too. So
Yeah, the rumor was we talked about Dahlstrom getting that million chip mark, and then it sounds like he got his legs chopped a little bit. Chris Cross is 760. A few other players out there. Any dealers left? You see Cindy still in, Pete? Cindy Lou?
Yes.
Nice. So
Josh takes out a quick pot.
we got one dealer represented here, and we're off and running. Josh takes on the pot quick. We'll get the headsets on and see if we can't.
Mike Columbus gets the button.
Look at that. We jumped from 14 to 18 viewers just like that. It's probably 4 or 5 hours ago, someone informed Dahlstrom that he better start ordering buckets of beer. So he obliged. So we'll see how many buckets of beer Josh has managed to consume in the last 4 or 5 hours. McGurk, obviously distracted. His Packers are playing as we...
Packers were playing, and it looked like they were slightly ahead.
were they? I did not catch a
Last
score.
I saw was 3-6. I'm not certain if that's still
Okay.
accurate, but
Somewhere in that ballpark.
playing for the privilege of going to San Francisco, I guess.
It's a tough game. It's a tough game. San Francisco played earlier. It looked like the defense played pretty well. Not a lot going on that hand. See 19 viewers. Feel free to throw something in chat. Let us know you're out there. Tyler Coldness in the straddling the 8 and 9 seat. I'm going to go with probably the 9 seat.
I'd have
Next
to look
to
back at
Josh.
it.
Yeah, looks like he's in the 9 seat with 70K, so he's looking for a spot to get the chips in.
I'm not familiar with this mark that's got almost $1 million, 855,000. Who is this guy?
855, Mark. Mark.
One seat right next to,
One seat.
kind of hiding behind Heidi there, I guess.
Yeah, no, I played, or no, I didn't play. I dealt him a little bit. Seemed like a pretty solid player. Haven't seen him around a whole lot. My guess is if I haven't seen him, he probably ran up 1 or 2 stacks to this point. So, I mean,
Right.
probably a pretty nice run so far today.
That's if neither one of us are familiar with him. He probably doesn't play
Yeah.
a ton, right? Dennis C. Weird that he has anything else going on.
Dennis saying hi. Commentary was awesome from Dennis C. Appreciate it, Dennis. Yesterday. Kramer doing a great job. Thank you. Let's go Tyco. Kuhn finding the chat. Get McGurk a fireball. And Dennis is saying hi to Kuhn. All right, good to see you guys out there. 21 viewers and climbing. Mark, King Jack, calls the 80K. Justin, all in for 100.
Flops a king.
Justin finds the king, but he needs to find that 8.
He needs a 6, 7, or 8.
Oh, hello. Hello. Dirty pool. All right. Justin with the double up.
Imagine a dealer hitting somebody like that on the river.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a guy would ever do that kind of things. Man, Eric was out there spinning mean stuff last 2 levels. 9s versus kings. King 9 on the turn for a set, and then immediately gets retribution and throws the king on the river for the kings to scoop the pot. Some would say justice was served. Others would say Eric's just trying to get home. Got to kill them all, right, Eric?
Got to kill them all. Although I got them all killed, and I'm sitting here now.
That's fair. How many players left, says Dennis? I think we're right around 18, 19, 20.
18, 19, 20.
Yep, right in that ballpark.
One of those. I'm guessing not 18 because nobody's coming to this table yet.
Right.
Justin, look.
So we got 3
Justin
tables.
is liking this table very much. Is this his third all in?
3 tables. He's found some hands, and Mike's probably got to call this off. Mike plays pretty snug, but I don't even know if Mike can get away from it.
Mike's awfully solid.
I don't know that he can get away from it. 7s. What's he at 7s? He's got some hands to see.
I'm going to say of the people at this
230.
table, I think Mike's the most likely to get away here.
Oh, for sure. But with that being said, he's got less than, what does Mike have?
300,
Mike's at
355.
355. You know what? I think you might be right. I think Mike.
I don't think he's going to call 230.
I don't think so. I thought he was like in the 8 to 10 blind range, and he has to have to call it off. But he has enough bigs that he can lay that down. Mike's going to find a better spot. Mark folds. Chris with the decision. 2
Chris
overs.
with a boatload of chips.
2
2 overs, but
still 210K. That's a third.
Here's the thing. Like, yeah, you can hope he's got 10s, but there's a lot of the time that he's got ace king or ace jack, and he's doing that, and you're sucking air.
King queen.
Yep.
You know, there's a whole bunch of hands that just got you crushed. Even ace 10, you're not excited about, and you didn't have a bunch of chips in that pot, so Chris will move on. Yeah, it's
Tyler Colas with 3 big blinds.
Tyler's up against it. He's gonna see the big blind. We got the button in the 1. Yeah, buttons in the 1. So Tyler's got a little bit of time. We're on to the 9, although the table's not full, so not as much as you think.
No, 6-handed. Three big blinds with a big blind hand. He hasn't
So
really.
I'm guessing we're 6-7-7 or 6-6-7 or somewhere in that ballpark. Mike with squadouche, Tyler with jack 4.
Folds to you with jack 4. Are you jamming here?
You know,
Tyler's not.
I play pretty aggressive, so I might get some chips in there.
I don't think you're going to get a different answer out of the 2 of us.
Yeah, they got to pick up a pretty big hand. Even
One of those where if you have to vote to agree, it's going to be pretty much unanimous for us 2 every time.
Dennis agrees with us that Mike does find a fold. And you're right, he does. I was thinking he had less blinds, but he has too many chips that he will wait. Off to a flop. Small blind versus big blind. Like to see Chris put a little bet in here, just represent something. Doesn't even have to represent the ace. You just have to represent I have anything, and hopefully the guy has something like jack 7. There it is. Pick him up, Chris. Takes the second peek. Yep.
Chris thought he kind of threw a semi-bluff out there, and he just had the best hand.
Yeah.
It was a value bet.
Little did he know he was value betting. Thin value bet. Well, Josh and Tyler having a little friendly discussion about something there. Chris will pick up that pot. We get our HUD reset here. Who's running tracker right now? Do you know?
Leah.
Leah. Okay.
Leah is.
Man, that is a job I do not want. That dang tracker. I think it's.
I have not tried it.
Too much. I've watched.
I can't believe I haven't gotten the opportunity to
Pushed in there.
try my luck at it.
Yeah.
I see Mike Bedney's coming to the table. He's got a boatload of chips also.
Yeah, someone said he had a pile of chips. Josh Hall walking into the 2 seat right behind the button. That's a good little table draw. So we must have broke down the 2 tables.
Sheriff Tim.
18, Tim the Copper. gonna sit down. We'll get some chip counts from these guys as I sit down, figure out where everyone's at. Gonna be getting a little exciting, right? Down to 18 players. One of you's taking home an 11K seat and 10K seat plus expenses. I mean that's
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty exciting. You ran through a field of 148, somewhere in that 148, 150 people. But there's worse ways to spend a Sunday.
Yeah, a lot of us pay a lot of money some Sundays to do the exact same thing.
Exact
David
same
did it for free.
Exactly. For a smaller prize pool even.
Yeah.
But he's gonna get some chip counts here. Start dealing a card. So there they come in. So Josh Hall comes in with 345. I believe that's Josh Hall, or maybe is that Dahlstrom with 2 seat? Nope, that'll be Hall. 345. Dahlstrom in the 10 seat with 400. And am I reading that right? Is that Tim with? Oh, it's 130,000. I thought that was 1.3 million for a second.
No, there's only 4 zeros, not 5.
Our big chip stack is Chris. 810,000 in chips. And Dahlstrom at one point peaked over 1 million, but has since lost some of those. So no one over 1 million currently. Well, at the other table, no one over 1 million at this table.
There could be.
Could be.
I don't believe so, but I
would be a little surprised.
We can't do the quick math like we a lot of times do it.
Tyler rips it in. Ace 9. Mike's probably going to the big blind. What was the big blind? 20, so it's 50K to call.
50K to call.
Ugh, you might have to call here, right?
I think he called.
Okay. Yep. Not a surprise. Flop coming. Deuce, Queen, 5. Not much there for anybody. 10 on the turn. And a 3 on the river. And Tyler is going to take that pot down and probably more than double up. I think he went from 70 to 170.
So doesn't it seem easy when you're watching this for people to double up? And when you're sitting there?
It's excruciatingly difficult. Just can't do it. Plus, if I had this...
I'm going to put in with ace 9 here, and somebody's going to call me with ace 6. Oh, they have aces. Sweet.
Oh, well, I did that. Plus, you have this HUD. It makes it so easy to make better decisions than we do.
Dennis is wondering how we're going to differentiate between the two Joshes. Wait until it dawns on him that there's 2 mics also.
Oh, my God. Let that sink in, Dennis. Well, I think we could do a weight thing. Josh Hall weighs about 40 pounds, and Dahlstrom is more than that. So maybe we go with... and Dahlstrom's a much bigger Bison fan than Josh Hall is. So, I mean, we got some differentiating factors. Chip stacks are pretty similar, though, so it does make it tough.
That and they're sitting on different sides of Heidi, so...
It's true. Tyler Coleness, that jacket is so white, he's nearly glowing in the stream. Tyler just picked up a big pot, and he's thinking about it with ace deuce. He's like, I just got a pot. I'll wait.
Josh Mark.
We got one Josh to fold, another Josh to fold, 2 seat. That's Josh Hall with ace 6.
One of those Joshes is a lot more likely to play ace 6 than the other.
One of those Joshes plays every ace he ever sees. And then some that other people have is like, hey, can I play your ace?
You're going to fold that? I'll play it.
Dahlstrom is a big fan of the ace. Chris raising the 45K. Ace deuce. Probably going to get through. Mike's not going to defend real wide. Tim with 8-7.
Raise to 45, Tim will call. Does he have chips to call that?
And I personally...
I don't think he had the chips.
I don't mind. You can rip it in. You can rip it in there. But now you catch a king high flop and you're just in no man's land, right?
That's
the problem with calling there. I love the hand. I play the hand. I just...
7-8's one of my favorite hands, but not...
I just probably play
can't flat there,
a
short
little
stairs.
more aggressively and just get my 3 bigs in. And that's obviously assuming these chip counts are spot on, which they should be close.
Should be close. It certainly looked... I mean, I wasn't even looking at the chip stacks. I was looking at Tim sitting there, and it looked like he was pretty short.
Yep. And he just inherited the big blind. Small button.
He was the big blind.
Okay, the button just needs
probably is part of why he called.
Yep.
You get attached to that 20,000 you put in the ante. You shouldn't, but you get attached to it.
It makes a little more sense.
You're stuck for 40,000.
Try to catch a flop. If you catch a piece, you rip it in.
7-8's not a bad way to try to catch a flop.
Yeah, don't hate it. This button not movement's gonna drive me crazy though.
Is what?
Is the button not in the right spot? I mean, it's dealt correctly and the blinds are correct, but I feel like the button's one person behind, but I might be wrong. Josh Hall finding a primo. Ace King, that's going to get through the 3-4, the Jack 7, the Jack 3. And scoop it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be, unless Tim found a playable hand. Tim's all in for much less. Pretty standard. Pretty standard. Josh trying to fade a queen or a jack to pick up a nice little pot.
Ooh.
Well, that
Josh does not want 2 pair.
Okay.
No, well, he got 2 pair, so good.
That's
okay,
the difference.
probably.
That was the safe 2 pair.
He's now got 3 pair.
So Josh will pick up not a huge pot. Tim was pretty short, but also
After that flop, you know how sick Josh would have been if we told him you end his hand with 3 pair?
He's like, no, I don't want the 3 pairs. No, that's very true. Very true. There are 2, Josh. Kramer, can I get an update on the Bison score? I missed it.
We weren't able to catch that game.
Yeah, we didn't have it on. I'm going to look it up later tonight. Maybe we can figure that out. I don't know. It's tough to say.
We're blackout in the building.
Wait, they played today? Was there a game? I missed it. Chris, was there a game or what? I don't know what you're talking about. Josh picking up the pot. That'll take him up to 450,000 chips. Good enough for 3rd at the table.
Oh, good. Look what Kuhn brought with him to the chat.
Oh, great. As soon as Kuhn types something, we get that in the chat. They found us. The bots have found us. Well, he'll be distracted now for a while. He found that link.
Yeah, he won't be able to update us on that Bison score.
Yeah. Dennis proclaims that the Bison did play today and that the score was tied at some point at the beginning. Not sure how that worked out from there.
Some of us were a bit too busy to really worry too much about
Yeah, we
it.
were working. Some of us have to grind and try to make a check. Oh, Rachel Ron. Spoiler alert. She helped us out with the score. Now I have the sads. I already had the sads. It is what it is. Good year for the Bison as always, but I kind of had a feeling that SDSU was primed and ready to take the championship. They have a good team.
That they do. You know, it's you got to let South Dakota have theirs once in a while.
Yeah, you don't want
otherwise
to
they start to
quit.
get an inferiority
Don't wanna
complex, and I mean, it's pretty natural for them to have an inferiority complex.
Yeah.
But
The Rabbits got, I think it's a twin brothers playing wide receiver. Both really good athletes. All right, real quick reset here. Get rid of the jitters if I can find the button. Where'd that little screen go, Eric? Is it hidden behind that one? It is hidden behind that one. Yay.
got it.
Dennis
There
is
we go.
helping make me feel better with the Commanders, who did win today. Although in a fashion in which did not mean anything, but it's always nice to beat the Cowboys.
Are you hoping the Commanders fire their coach?
Yes. Yes, I'm done with actually, I can get rid of the coach. Upper level management's kind of where I'd like to go head hunting.
I think you have so many more problems. The coach doesn't really even matter. Am I right?
Yeah, no, agreed. We need to get rid of the some ownership issues, and I would be much happier if that was to happen. There's a chance. We'll see. There's rumors.
You know, one thing I think soccer does way better than the NFL is they have a lower league
Yep.
that they get to move up and down from.
Graduate. Yep. No, that whole concept is actually really cool.
How fun it would be if you can't, like, the Bears get the #1 overall pick,
But you get relegated.
but you have to move down.
Sorry. You have to win your way back up to the big boys.
You're not playing with those guys anymore.
Says hand 64. That must be continued from the last 2-hour session.
Yeah, that or Heidi's a turbo dealer.
Well, which checks out. I mean, she is a good dealer, but I don't think she gets 64 hands in 26 minutes and 40 seconds.
Josh wakes up with King 10 of diamonds.
Josh on
Tim
the
Jacobs'
button.
favorite hand.
Shout out to Tim. That's Dahlstrom, correct? Yeah, 10 seat. Okay. Josh in the 2 seat with
King
just
9.
the slightly inferior hand.
But he's got more flush draws.
He does have more flush draws. He's got 2 of them. 2. Heidi's so good. She says she guarantees 1 winner every hand, at least 1 winner, sometimes more.
That's a bold guarantee.
I mean, and I've never seen her not do it.
Yeah.
Can't argue.
Down to the last lady standing in the field, Cindy.
All right.
Being knocked out.
Pete just came in and says the tournament is now currently down. We have the last lady standing. One of our dealers, Cindy, is still in the running for the 10K seat and travel expenses. So,
If you're friends with Emily Pankow, that's bad news for you.
She had the following yesterday.
Emily had a very nice following yesterday.
yeah,
I'm not certain any work was getting done in that casino.
Chris got the old Kool-Aid Man card protector, ready to run through a wall at any moment's notice. We got here Justin.
Justin's going to get frisky with ace-8.
Justin is not my favorite player to have at the table. He gives me some problems. He likes to be in pots, and I obviously like to be in some pots.
You mean when you're playing? Gotcha.
Yes. No, dealing him fine. Playing with him, though, he's a solid player, good competitor. So if I sit down at the table, I'd rather see some other friendly faces that maybe I don't even recognize, which, my God, this last 6 months, the number of times I sat on the table and half the table I don't know. New players.
Kind of cool, isn't it?
Some young players, some new players. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know why they're coming out, but I'm sure glad they are. It's good for the poker community. It's good for everything in general. So I think that's why some of the numbers, the 701 numbers and some of the other tour numbers, they're all up. I don't know if they're coming out of some of the poker boom stuff with the streaming poker and Poker Go, if that's how they're getting interested, or 701 might be doing a better job of some advertisement. They're drawing people in for some reason or another, and I'll certainly take it. And Dennis wants to ask about the Canadians. I think all the Canadians have been dispatched. Joe was the last one to fall, the previous feature table stream. Me and Pete did. I think Joe got knocked out of that stream, and the other ones were off to supper. Texas Roadhouse Steak was the location.
I know that's one of their favorites.
Yeah, they love going there. Josh in the hijack, 10 seat, ace jack. That is a plenty big ace for Josh to play.
If you switch those 2 hands around, both Joshes probably play.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, not going to work this way, but yeah, again, Josh was pipped with king high and folded to the other Josh, and then Josh got pipped with ace jack to ace. What was it? Ace 9, ace 6, something like that.
Ace 6, I think it was.
Yep. You let that go.
Ace 6, Josh might have thought about ace 9. Josh might have thought about
Yep.
ace 6. He didn't
Ace 6 is pretty snappy. Chip leader Chris, 42 bigs. Tyler in the hot seat, 6 bigs and a prayer. Looking to find a spot, and he's going to be
play that short stack well right now.
Tyler will be coming into the big blind here shortly. Big blind's on 5, so he's got 2 hands. And that 6 bigs is going to go down to 4 real fast. So 3 hands, I get. Oh, no, 2 hands. So he's going to be looking to find a spot.
He's got 2 hands to make a decision. Mike does not have 10-5 right now.
Mike does not have 10. No, under the gun. Oh, Mike doesn't have any cards. There we go. Tyler, 10-7, probably just under the range in which he'll open there, right? Maybe a Jack 10.
Josh
in
the
the
cutoff with Queen 10 suited.
Like the open. Queen 10 plays well post flop, and everyone's folded to you, right? So you had the button, the small, and the big. Chris fairly conservative in the big blind. He's probably not going to get there way out of line.
No, Justin was the big blind.
Oh, Justin's the big blind. Chris is small blind.
Justin folded 9-8 suited in the big blind.
Sexy hand, looks good, doesn't play great. Not when you're when the chip leader's 41 big blinds deep. Chip leader's 150 big blinds deep. It might look you up with 9-8, 8-7. Is that Sexy Pete there from the waist down shot I think we just got? Yeah, there he is. There he is.
Showing off that sharp shoulder.
Yeah.
Wade, we appreciate hearing that.
Good compliments.
701 does a great job from Wade Kaiser. 701 does a great job. I think the numbers will only continue to increase in 2023. Good commentary, gentlemen. Wade, appreciate the feedback. do what we can. Yeah, the product is ever evolving. 701 is 4 years old.
Going into season 4.
Going into season 4. So a few changes. Some of the tournament structures have changed. The feature table, something new. Obviously, there's some bugs here and there that we're trying to work through, but I think it's a good asset, a good add. Won't be using it every tournament. It's just not feasible. Some of these smaller venues. But when we're places like the DoubleTree and some of these bigger events, it's really nice to have the feature table. I think the players
We got a
enjoy
little bit
it.
of pot brewing here.
Okay.
Josh Hall with 910 raises to 50K.
Josh Hall, okay. Mike's gonna let that go though, right? Or already did?
No, Mike called
Oh, Mike
with
just
Jack 10.
Oh,
Offsuit.
different Mike. Okay.
Should be putting the letters in it, Jason. This is Josh H.
Yeah, Josh H is helpful. But Mike is the 3 seat.
Yeah, Mike Bentley.
Oh, okay.
Mike B.
yeah. I was going with the other Mike, and I like Mike. The other Mike's in a full Jack 10.
No,
B.
Mike C would not call that. Mike B
yeah,
did.
Mike B might see something going on here. Oh, now we're getting okay.
Ace 10 on the flop. Oh,
Oh, that's not good for Mr. Hall. Paired board, you think your 10's good because
yeah, but
card removal.
here's the thing: as long as Mike's got to be a bit concerned about an ace out there.
Josh had the
apparently
lead.
not. Not even a little bit concerned.
Josh folds. Small C bet. Josh C bet. Got min clicked? No, Josh C bet 45K.
Yep, Josh C bet 45.
I think he C bet small like that because if he does get raised there, he can let the hand go. Because 45K into a pot that was what?
It was 100 and
160 somewhere in there.
150ish, yeah.
Little around a quarter pot. I could be wrong, but I think that's the play. Is he's betting flop, and he's deciding when he's going to do on future streets or future action. It's not easy folding the mic. He does play a lot of pots. His aggression is usually fairly high, which Mike, I mean, the VPIP does not reflect that right now, but the sample size is not that high either. Mike's in the 3 seat. VPIP
No, I don't think often
14.
Mike C is going to have a higher VPIP than
No.
Mike B.
No. Mm,
Josh gets away from it.
yeah. Minimal damage. 45K. Raise pre-flop. Lost those chips. C-bet 45K. Let it go. It's going to knock Josh back down to the 355 range, though. Sounds like there's an all-in a call in the background. Ace-7 versus Ace-Queen as we eavesdrop on Steve announcing. Dennis agreed that Josh will fold. Dallas with a very nice compliment. Says, yes, I agree, Kramer. You did great. Appreciate that, Dallas. One of our very good sponsors. Subway Park Rapids, is that correct? If I
That is
recall?
accurate.
Okay. She's been a sponsor since the beginning, right, Pete? Year 1, year 2, somewhere in there? Yep, probably year 2. Signed up again for this upcoming season. I think they have some pretty exciting stuff set up for this upcoming season. Some different tournaments, some different structures, some stuff for the people that want to play the bigger fields, some stuff for the people who want to try some new stuff. What is there? Not the bomb pot. What is it?
Flip and go?
Flip and goes. Flip and goes. Yes. I think it's a Friday night. They're going to run a flip and go. And if you're not familiar with that, basically you buy in and everyone is all in the first hand. And you deal out the cards, you deal out the flop, turn, river, and whoever wins, wins. And then that person's going to advance to the second phase of the tournament, I guess.
Yep, second phase of the tournament, and they've already cashed.
You're already cashed because you play 10-handed, so you're already in the top 10%. You've already min cashed, and now you have a stack of chips that you're going to carry to the second phase and play it out as normal. $50 a shot, so you can get, if you wanted to get 6 tries in, you get 6 tries in. Try to get a stack.
But you can only win twice.
You can only win twice. Okay, what happens if you do win twice?
You have double stack.
You just get double stack.
You get a double stack through. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I think that one will be interesting. Another tournament coming up is the tag team tournament. I believe you and your partner play a stack of chips for 4 hours. And then once the 4 hours are up, you and your partner combine chip stacks, and then you will share that chip stack, rotating, playing by level. So kind of another little twist on the normal poker tournaments. Should be fun. I think some of those tournaments really help getting, whether it's girlfriends or friends or wives, kind of helps getting some of those people out. You know, you run a tag team tournament, and you're like, hey, honey, why don't you, let's tag up, and we'll play a tournament together, get them out in the field, get them comfortable playing.
Oh, boy.
And we'll pause there with Tyler.
Tyler
needs to call on, someone ripped Ace-King right into him.
That's your chip leader.
That's your chip. Oh, okay, so Tyler's life, which he has to call.
He's not in trouble. He's flipping coins right now.
No, he's just not enthused about it, but he has to call. He's always calling there. Josh Dahlstrom with 8-6 is going to take a little think on this one, because the raise was to 65 and 60K of it put Tyler all in. So Josh does get a decent price to go to a flop with 8-6, 440K. Cost him 35K to call to see a 3-card flop and maybe smash something. I mean, he's not getting laid a terrible price. You can't even fault him.
I'm not certain I can fold this.
I'm a little surprised. I mean,
I don't mind seeing a flop with 8-6 of clubs. It's easy to get away from.
For 35K and a pot of 180.
Dennis says he's calling for sure about the time that Josh folds.
Simultaneously.
Chris flops a king and fills up with jacks. So
Eric Kimball spells my last name incorrectly, Eric, but he says I do not sound drunk. Well, that's good. I'm hiding it well. Dennis says he's calling for sure. Dennis says sober Kramer. I mean, sober might be a small stretch of reality, but we're not far off base. You gotta have a little liquid courage in you to do commentary, right? There's just a range that might have been exceeded last night with Corey in the booth and 8 people behind us all talking at the same time. So if you tune in the stream and it was too noisy and loud, we apologize. We're putting our best foot forward, but
I think we're going to need to reconnect there, Kramer.
Yep, we'll hit the connect button so you guys will see a black screen just for a second, and then we'll be back.
According to Eric Anderson, that is a glitch in the software that has not been fixed and updated.
For a long time.
There's nothing that can be done about it on our end. I have to take other people's word for it because this is beyond me. So
yeah, it's above my pay grade. Mike C, Jack 3, he's not going to play that. Josh Dahlstrom with the Queen 4 suited. Even Josh is not going to. Okay, Josh called. I stand corrected. He's out of the small blind, so he just had a complete and flops a flush draw. He's going to continue.
Well, he's got a crushing lead on this hand.
This is the right play. Yeah, Mark's going to let it go. Josh picking up a good pot. Nice play, Josh. Justin, 7 bigs. Mike C, 8 bigs. Josh Hall with 11. So we got some stacks in jeopardy. Any info on who is still around on the other table? Limited. Cindy? Cindy's around. Anyone else recall seeing?
I certainly don't know who would have busted.
So, as of last break, the only one I know that's not the feature table was probably Cindy. Tiny is playing a survivor. That's about it. But we probably will be down to 1 table here, not too much longer, and then we'll have a full description of who's left at that point. Jesse's still in? Jesse Hodlin? Adlin?
You know, I don't remember seeing him, but
pronounce it incorrectly.
Chris Kelly, a little known player, was over there.
Oh, Chris Kelly, yep, that's right. Dallas, little shout out to Cindy, supporting her girl.
Trying to think who else was.
Eric said he apologizes for spelling my name incorrectly because he's drunk.
Well, Eric can't even spell his own first name correctly. So.
Oh no, the old Eric battle. Like, you spell your name wrong. Like, at least it's not Jayson. Like, you know, I don't spell Jason that way. And for the record, my first name is Jason. For those of you,
I wonder what percentage of people didn't actually know that.
Listen, I've known people for many years, and if you asked them what my first name was, I don't know that they could instantly come up with it. Got some football updates, background noise. Chris under the gun with Queen 10. Snap fold here, 34 bigs. Yeah, I kind of thought that was the line he would take.
Justin folds the Jack 9 of spades.
Ace deuce, Mike C. That's not good enough for Mike? Question mark? Good for you, Mike. Hijack. Unopened to you. Put some chips in the pot. I like it. Josh Dahlstrom. Loves him an ace. Oh my gosh. All right, that's like seeing a unicorn. We saw Josh fold an ace pre-flop. You don't even know what the flop was.
I'm going to have to go ahead and assume that ace is not reading correctly.
Pete, can we check the cards? We assume the ace that Josh had was not reading correctly because he folded it.
Or maybe Josh has the same read on Mike Columbus that you and I obviously
That's
have.
true. That's true.
And just going to stay out of the way.
And there goes Josh, probably trying to find that bucket of beer you left behind somewhere. No drinking at the feature table. Worst rule in poker, right, Pete?
That's why he folded. He had to go pee.
He had to go pee. That's fair.
No, it wasn't that. I hope it wasn't that.
57 viewers, I told you. We started with 14. Me and Pete finished this last stream with right around 50, 55, right, Pete? Right in that ballpark. Justin. Mike Columbus.
Josh Dahlstrom wakes up with
Dahlstrom's
king,
got some
queen of
chips in here.
clubs.
Good hand. Hijack. Late position. Raise it up 65? 60? 65? 85. I stand corrected. I sit corrected.
Josh Hall is going to...
Josh has been in more hands with Josh where he has like, he's slightly dominated.
I like Josh's chances in his hand.
And he's folded both of them, but he's going to rip him
Ooh,
in.
that's
Oh, no.
Probably a bad idea.
Yeah, we know the cards. We know the cards, and we know that I don't think there's a way that Dahlstrom folds here for 280 more. It's for half his stack, 195 more, which is 2/3 of his stack, more than 2/3 of his stack. Oh, more than a third of his stack. Apologize.
I do know I don't want my tournament life banking on Josh Dahlstrom folding pre-flop.
That's true. Junior said, "Did you play this tournament, Kramer?" I did. I did play. Josh and Josh are going to get it all in. Josh Hall looking for a 10, and he gets 2 of them. Dahlstrom drawn dead to a Jack. Thank you. Josh
Sixth
Hall,
straight, he's dead.
little touch of run good. Looking for a 10 and finds 2. Hey, little
we
recon.
won't- Nobody will get any mileage out of that with Josh Hall that he had to suck out on Josh Dahlstrom.
That's true. Mike asking about the other tables. Quick recon. Cindy's out there. Mike Estes, Thane, Eric.
Eric's childhood.
That'd be Chris Kelly.
Yeah, Eric. Eric in the booth.
Chris Kelly actually grew
Chris
up across
Kelly.
the street from me. We were best friends about the time we turned 2, something
That's
like
pretty
that.
cool. Nick and Ryan, and both of those were on the previous feature table. So if you're watching that, you would remember Nick and Ryan being on that. So by my count, that's 6, and we have 6. So we're sitting at 12. 3. Go to final table at 9. Final table at 10. 9. We'll go to the final table at 9.
Dennis once again guessed somebody was folding. I
Yeah.
think once again, Dennis, you were wrong.
Dennis, you bet, Mike. No problem. I mean, you know, maybe Dennis is doing the opposite thing, like he's trying to guess what's not going to happen. Hard to say.
With Dennis's reading ability, I feel like I
knew
knew Josh
Josh.
would win that hand.
Yep, it was pretty certain after the once the flop came out that a Josh was going to win that hand, even pre-flop. we knew Josh
I was going
would
to say
win
about the time the Mark folded in the 1 seat. It was pretty
that. That's a
confident
big
Josh
hand.
was gonna win
That's
that.
a big hand for Josh. I mean, Dahlstrom's range is pretty wide there, so I don't mind Josh's jam, but he happens to get it in bad, but then he bangs at the 210s, and that rockets him up to third
635,
place.
Third place.
Yep, 635 at the table. Third place at the table is 6, probably middle of the pack, 12 players, somewhere in that ballpark.
We got 7 here. We're 7-headed.
Oh, we're 7, my bad. Oh,
Got Josh Dahlstrom
Josh.
way down there in the bottom by himself.
that's the one I keep missing, so we're probably sitting at 13. 13 total. Yep. VPIP, Josh Dahlstrom, 50%,
Weird.
coming in hot.
I would not have guessed Mike Bedney would be only at 14%.
That is less. The sample size is a little small, but yeah, even in a small sample size, you kind of expect him to come out blazing. Dennis says you cannot suck out if you don't get in from behind. That is a fact. You're correct, Dennis. I can't even argue with you. 60 viewers. New high? New high for the day?
There we go. Yeah, I think so.
Very nice.
After we have 9-6
Despite
at
me and
halftime.
Eric commentating, we still got to 60 viewers. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's. Imagine 60 people voluntarily listen to the two of us talk.
I assume, what's the over-under? 30% have us on mute? And they're just watching the stream? Somewhere in that ballpark? Justin, all in. 8-6, going to get it through. Mike Columbus. Columbus? Is that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, Mike Columbus.
It's going to fold the 10-7, which is a good fold, regardless of what the holding was. Justin's the one in the danger zone. Justin, Mike, and Josh Dahlstrom, 7, 8, and 9 big blinds, respectively. So they're all looking for a spot that they got to run those up. I mean, final table gets something, but the big prize is only to first, so no one's trying to ladder small. Pete in the background. Pete, Mark in the 1 seat. Me and Eric are just commenting. He doesn't strike me as super familiar. Does he ring a bell for you?
He's been playing about 6 months, probably.
Okay.
He just moved up to, I think he moved up to Grand Forks. I think he might even work on the base up there or something.
Okay. So the rumor is he might be up from the base in Grand
He's been
Forks.
playing quite a few lately. I met him.
Solid player.
Met him at Harwood. The first
Okay.
time one of the Harwood tournaments. So
Yep.
Mike Bedney wakes up with aces. I don't
That's
think
unfair.
he's finding anybody to dance with, though.
Josh likes to tango. He's thinking about it. 235K, 50K to call. You're in the big blind, get the discount. Got 30 in. 10-8. I'd like 10-9 of diamonds. I'd like to be suited here. Probably let the 10-8 go, Eric.
Suited or
50K more?
not gapped. Like 10-9 or 10-8 suited.
Yeah, just suited up.
One or the other. That having either part of that.
Yeah, probably get in there. I think we're at that reset point, so we're going to try to do that quick before Heidi spins off another hand. She is a pretty fast dealer, so hopefully we can get that done. There we go. Black screen, 2 seconds, and back. Viewership up to 62. Got to be some new people in chat. Who's out there? Who's got questions? Who's got comments? Yeah. So I gave you
Who's
a
your
rundown
horse?
who's left in the field. We got this table and Cindy, Mike, Thane, Eric's childhood friend, which once again his name is
Chris Kelly.
Chris Kelly, Nick, and Ryan. Who we cheering for out there? Who's got family? Who's got friends in the field? Excitement's only going to get ratcheted up here. I mean, we get down to the final table. 1 and 9 are going to take home in a $10,000 World Series main event seat plus some travel expenses. They do have a cash out option, which I will strongly advise anyone that wins that they do not do that. Take the experience, because it's
the
likely that
experience.
you may never do it on your own. So this is your
And
chance.
the cash out option is about half, and you should most likely be able to sell half your action.
Yeah, you know, you got a couple friends and family. They'll throw a couple $100 here and there. Shoot, go to Vegas for free. Got your expenses paid. If nothing,
Justin.
you'll come home with a story. If nothing else, Justin King. Chris, look out, Chris.
Oh, Chris is going to go.
No. Chris going to call here? Did he call?
Yeah, he called.
Okay.
Chris called.
He opened.
Oh, he opened, so he kind of got stuck.
Oh, Chris
Well,
got one of the cards he needs.
Picked up outs. Okay, well, that's a bigger problem. Now we need a queen. Queen and a queen only. He got the dang 10. If
Chris
not
picked up
had,
three
if
pair.
it was not counterfeited, he would have got the major suck out there. That leaves Chris. At 725. He's still in pretty good shape. Check the chat here real good. Matt Wolf says pulling for Chris. Like it. I want to see Nick take it down for Mike. Jessica Anderson cheering for Mike Estes over here. Jessica, where is over here?
She was playing today.
Mike, why are we on the Nick train? Personal friend? Like the name? What's the theory there?
That's a defending champion. Couldn't even make it today because of work.
It's true. Back to the action. Chris, after taking a little hit there, wakes up with ace 10 of spades. He's going to open that up. Under the gun +1.
You know,
Josh
Kramer-
Dahlstrom. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh. And Chris is going to have to call this off because I'm guessing his range he puts Dahlstrom on is not that strong. That is the very tippity top. Yeah, it's a snap call. Josh Hall folded an ace, so doesn't matter much with the ace. It's the king versus the 10 and the spades versus the hearts is what we're looking at. Heidi, what do you got? Spades.
2 spades. And now neither one wants to hit their pair.
No, off to the river. One card. Is it black? Is it red? It's a black spade. Chris doing what many have had trouble doing. Knocks Josh Dahlstrom out. Dahlstrom has made some deep runs in some big tournament fields and won them. So that is a good exit as far as the rest of the field's concerned.
Dahlstrom would certainly have to have the most experience playing for this type of prize.
Yeah, I mean, undeniable. You can't argue with it. You can't argue with it. And earlier, 30, 40 players, he had amassed a million chip, which is probably the first person to reach 1 million. We don't even know if someone else is at that spot right now, but yeah, had a big chip. Got him in good there. And Chris in his Packers outfit just running hot. Good for Chris.
Matt Wolf would certainly be able to answer whether people should consider that cash option or just, play the prize as he won it last year.
Yeah, Matt Wolf was the one that, and he did not quite cash in the main event, or
I believe that is accurate. As he did.
Is that right,
quite
Matt?
cash.
I think he made a pretty
He's commenting,
decent
so
run.
he should be able to.
He got some play time though.
Mike Columbus picks up ace king.
Mike said, "Yes, sir." He's a friend of mine, referring to Nick.
6 goes all in.
Craig
Mike Columbus
Keller
goes
says,
all in.
"Nice double up, Justin," and Matt Wolf gives us the boom. Speaking of Mikes, Mike Columbus and his less than 10 big blinds is going to rip it in there with ace king. Piers is going to fold around, and it does.
We don't have a Mike A plan.
Get all the mics, A, B's, and C's. 63 viewers. Streaming on YouTube also, Pete, is that correct? So we can do the old like and subscribe, help promote the channel. Smash that like button.
Smash the subscribe button.
Smash the subscribe button, click the like button, the thumbs up.
Clearly, you don't have 6 and 9-year-old children at home, Kramer.
Mine are old enough where they don't want to even socialize with you anymore. I shouldn't say that. My daughter has spent a considerable amount of time here this weekend. Yeah. For some reason, she loves the degenerate poker players, so I have to have a talk with her when I get home. That those are not the people.
You may want to seriously consider new hobbies.
Yeah. We have to drag her out of that idea. Yeah. No, she's here selling raffle tickets. She loved it. Wade Kaiser says, anyone who can felt Dahlstrom when the field is less than 20 is a favorite. McGurk is now destined to win it. Oh my God, is that the kiss of death? Bailey Hall in the room, wife to Joshua Hall. says, "You are such an influencer, Cray." I mean, that might be a.
Social. That's a good thing.
Oh, okay. That's still a stretch.
Well, I have seen many people start drinking more when you showed up.
That's just to tolerate me.
There's more than one way to influence.
There's ways to influence. There's ways to influence. That's for sure. If some of you guys are out there, I think they were still running some Survivor tournaments. At least one table running, Pete, and probably another one will be firing up if that one closes down. So if you got nothing going on a Sunday at 9 o'clock, still time to come down and play a little bit of poker.
I don't believe anybody's got anything real important going on right now.
I can't imagine.
I mean, I know at least one person in this field has to work at 4 a.m., so.
Thank God
Josh
it
Hall
ain't me.
picking up a couple of snowmen.
Little 8-8 action. Let's go, Josh. Main event experience was from Matt Wolf. Main event was great experience. Always play. I'll buy action from anyone who wins. There it is, from the guy that played last year. If you win that
Paying it
seat
forward.
and you think about selling it or think about taking the cash out for $5K, don't do it. We already have one guy on the hook. Matt Wolf will pick up some of your action.
Chris picks up pocket 6s,
Uh-oh.
with Josh having pocket 8s.
Chris just call.
They kept the pot fairly small. I think Chris is
All
going
right.
to get away here
Everyone's
probably.
being reasonable. Unless that
There's
6
his
pops
6.
off with an overcard.
Josh has enough chips
Josh
and is a good enough
probably
player.
doesn't get in too much trouble here with that jack popping off. Chris's calling range is ace jack, king jack, queen jack. A lot of jacks in his range.
He's got a bet once, small
Yep.
bet, so he can get away again.
Little C bet.
Chris will just flat though. Yep,
Yep.
Chris flats.
And now Josh says,
This will go check. Oh no, it won't go check. There are now 3 diamonds.
oof. So Josh can backdoor the diamonds.
No, Josh cannot. Chris has the 6 of
Chris
diamonds.
has a 6. Oh, Jesus. Josh is just in bad shape.
Josh literally has 1 out at this point.
Yep. Excuse me. Little nose.
So don't do that, Josh.
Young.
Josh is stacking more chips than he should be.
Okay.
There's 130, I
Josh
believe.
is going to bet 130 there. That is concerning. I mean, it does put Chris in a bad spot, or not a bad spot, a tough spot. That he's c-betting with all his diamond flush draws, right? When the diamond pops off in the turn.
Chris just jammed it.
Yeah. Josh,
ended it.
Josh just snap folds.
I think that might be one of those spots where Chris is lucky he didn't stop and ponder.
Yeah. Act. No, agreed. Agreed.
I've watched a lot of people sit and ponder and make good decisions. I feel like that is a spot where if Chris would have sat and pondered, he was already making the best possible decision.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to think about.
Just act and flow. And Josh knows he's very small percentage chance that he got bluffed in that pot. That's going to knock Josh down a little bit. Josh Hall, 395. Mark at 565. Mike B, 505, which is ahead of Mike C at 245. And Justin, 455. And Chris with 126,000. Down to 6 players on this table.
Chris is not at 126,000. That's got to be 1.26 million. Has to be. Absolutely has
Oh,
to
yeah,
be.
because he's up 500,000, but that does read 126. Okay.
It reads
All right,
126,000.
just want to make sure I can read.
I'm guessing the. Can we make that slot bigger?
Oh, maybe there's a. Is there another? There
Aha.
it is. Genius. God dang genius.
Who says I'm not techie?
Oh yeah, he can adjust the column size like no one's business. Josh gonna rip it in with 7-7. He downgraded from the 8s, but does have better 8-8. Excuse me, but does have better luck with the 7-7s. Get it through.
He downgraded the number, but he upgraded the competition.
The result. That's true. That's true.
He went from having to draw against 6s to drawing against Jack 3,
That's way better.
and Jack 3 chose not to play.
65 viewers. I think that's combined viewership between Facebook and YouTube, but
Sounds
I'm
good to me.
not 100% sure. Eric will back me up.
I will bet $0 on that accuracy.
We have a whole side of the table that is just completely empty. Everyone's over here.
5 players.
Heidi's left. Heidi's left. All of them over there. And
I think the great part is 5 of them are Diety's left, and Mike Columbus is in the first spot to the right.
so just crowd them in.
There are
Just
3
a
open seats at
big
the end of
gap.
that table. Seat 7 is
Josh
intentionally
Hall.
left empty.
Josh Hall taking a. That is not accurate.
Under the gun.
UTG, ace.
I can
king?
see him fold ace 10.
I mean,
Ace
excuse me.
10 off.
Maybe. Six-handed. I don't know. I mean, I don't dislike the play. I'm just a little surprised.
6. You're at 12.
11, or was that what you said? 9? Oofed. So the rumors say there's probably some action coming up here. Brad Posh, says Kramer, with the face. Good to see you, Brad.
Kramer, you should hit that connect button.
I will hit the connect button like I own it.
Three-way all in.
So we have a
We are hearing word that
six-handed seat. Go
at
ahead.
the
Eric.
other table there was a 3-way all-in with Mike Estes having ace-ace. 2 names will be crossed off the list.
I don't know which one it is.
Losing at least 2 players. One of them being Cindy, and then
Yeah.
The other
Nick
one we will.
or Ryan appeared to be the other victim of Mike Estes' pocket aces.
Cindy was sitting on a short stack last time I talked to her.
And if that is true, which we think it is, that'll bring us down to 9 players, which means shortly, within the next 10 minutes, we will combine down to one final table, and everyone at that final table will have a 1 in 9 chance at the top prize.
So sometime here in the next 9 minutes, you'll see a very short pause in the action as we reseat the
Yeah,
entire final table.
Probably take a short break. Let all the players get in.
You guys still need to lose one more. So. Because that
Oh, we do it. Yeah, we still have 6 there. 6 and 4.
Turns out math is hard, and 6 here and 4 out there gets us to 10, and we will go to the final table at 9. So we will have to lose one more
Scratch
player.
all that stuff we just said about 5
Josh
to 10
with the
minutes ago.
raise with the call. Okay, against Mark with King Jack. Josh does have ace 8. Okay, I was waiting for the hands to pop up.
Mark has been sitting on that same stack, just getting whittled away since we came here, hasn't
He
he?
hasn't gotten any trouble, but he hasn't made any progress either. Check, check.
Well, he's got enough chips where he didn't have to do anything.
King. Mark hits the king, and he's going to act, and Josh is going to
Josh
roll
won't lose
away.
a chip here.
Although he seems to be thinking about it.
He's thinking way harder than he should be.
It's not your spot, Josh. Not your spot.
Yep, that's
Nothing to see here.
it's easy for us when we can see both cards, right? All 4 cards.
Makes it easier to play optimal when you know exactly what everyone's holding. And then you can criticize people for doing
Yeah.
stuff in the blind when they don't have any idea what other people
I
have.
feel like if I could have seen the other guy's cards all day, I might still be in this.
I would have better luck. I mean, I don't know if I'd still be in because that's a
you
pretty
know, I
deep
don't know.
run.
I can still get sucked out on, right? Like,
Well, that we know their cards, so we're just going to put max pressure on them and they make a good call. We still bust us.
there's no way he can call me here.
Yeah, because knowing the cards, we don't have enough patience just to like, oh, it's just going to play the winners. No, we're still going to try to put someone to the test in some spot that we shouldn't. You know, no offense,
But
Eric. I
we
think
play a moderately similar
of the
style.
same cloth at least.
You would be amazed the number of hands I laid down because there was just nothing today. Like,
There's some of those days. It's tough.
we got at least one new comment over there.
Might be. I'm not entirely sure why this doesn't scroll by itself, but my bets are on Mike Estes and Chris McGurk. Heads up from Wade Kaiser. That's not 2 solid picks. I'll give you that. I cannot argue with that prediction. Especially with news that Mike had knocked 2 people out with aces. So I'm guessing.
Oh, Mike Bedney flops the straight
Oh,
into Chris's pocket.
not the nuts, but
Fours.
proverbial nuts. So
That is a brutal.
Chris looking for a ace for a chop or a 6 for a chop.
Yep. Or running hearts for a win.
Tough to poke Mike on ace 4 when you have pocket 4s. That's a tough spot. Once
Po-
Mike
and
at
po-
390.
Pocket
Chris?
fours are incredibly tough to get away from when it's 2, 3, 5 on the board, right?
Yep. Chris at the 1.1 million chips. And survey
Is it
says
9?
9 on the turn. Doesn't change anything.
9 doesn't, yeah. It doesn't even give Chris reason to be scared.
Mike check it to him? He did. I don't hate the check back here, Chris.
Chris hates the check back.
He does.
That's 70,000.
Truth be told, I'd probably fire here too.
That's
Obviously,
100.
on the cards, it's not the right play, but
That's 110.
110 into 110 into 380, quarter pot. But 110 also
The question is,
a third of
Mike decided to just end it here.
I think
Yeah,
you
and
do, right?
he just said all in.
And
All
he
in and he
called.
calls.
Yeah, Chris doesn't like that result. Ace or a 6 for a chop. Heidi, what do you got? Spin it. That looked acey. Oh, it was
Oh,
a
that
3.
3. I'm like, it had just a small card feel to it.
It's like it almost is there. And that's going to put Vault Mike B into the table chip lead at 990,000, knocking Chris
is still,
down to
Chris is still okay. I mean, he's at
700, 800,000. Mike B at 990. So there's some chip stacks out there.
I don't mind that call by Chris. Or so many chips in the pot. You're not behind, but there
You're
just aren't
playing
that many hands.
so few big blinds that like.
And if you could
can't
take Mike
fault.
Bedney out,
It's,
if you could take a player like Mike Bedney out,
there's
you do it.
some advantage to that, right? Even if you think you're in a
Although the flip side of that is now you give
Flip
Mike all the
well,
chips
yeah.
he needs.
Now your life has gotten a little bit worse.
And Mike's one of those guys that would probably really like to stack up some chips because he's building a new house at the moment.
Well, there you go. Still not down to one table. We must have some guys out there just hanging on at that other table. Mike and Mike. Kramer always fires. It's true, Brad. I can't
We
argue
actually-
with that.
We have 3 Mikes left.
That's a
Mike
lot
B,
of
Mike C, and Mike E.
Jesus, that's a lot of mics for 10 people.
Mike A and Mike D didn't do their job.
So we must be coming up on, if our intel is right, someone from this feature table is going to get moved to the other table. We'll play 5 and 5. Mike B folds. Chris.
Who's going to benefit the most from a table move?
Uh,
I'm going to go with Mark.
yeah.
Although he's got 820,000, I guess he's doing just fine here.
Yeah, he's not doing bad. Josh would like a redraw to get like the button at the final table and buy him some time on a 340K stack.
Mike Columbus would also like probably a different table. So that 225,000.
He would also like to find the redraw button and not have to pay them big blinds for a minute. And Columbus
Mike is desperately hoping Steve walks over the chip
and
tray
he
at
is
the moment.
he is coming up on the big blind here.
Mike is the next big
hand.
blind. He is really hoping Steve walks over here.
Like, yeah, come get me. But you get moved, you're still going to get moved into the worst position possible, which is likely going to be the big blind there, or at least 1 or 2 off. So I'm not going to buy him a ton of time. Mark in the 1 seat, haven't heard much from him. Going to open this pot up with Queen 10. Josh Hall with the 8-7, going to rip it in. Gets through.
Good.
I felt like I just reset it.
340.
I think it gets through. Mark has enough chips to fold.
I don't think Mark wants to call this. Justin doesn't want to. Is Justin a bigger risk? He's been sitting there forever.
It's true.
He just called.
We're going to try. Oh, we did call. I did try a
Yes, he
reset. Hopefully we don't get it in the middle of the run out, but we might. Come back. Please. We came back. Josh, 8-7 versus Ace-4. Justin in the lead. Josh looking for an 8 or a 7.
Justin flops.
Diamonds. Now looking for an 8 or a 7 that's not a diamond.
He needs an or 9.
Well, it's a 6 or a 9 will work. That's a 3 of diamonds. Josh, or Justin, excuse me, is going to make the flush. Knocking Josh Hall out. It says 6, but that's going to be 10th, I believe.
I would not have believed 5 minutes ago that Josh Hall would be the one we'd lose.
No, he wasn't my favorite to lose, but good run, Josh. Got lucky in a double up. Couldn't win a little bit of a flip there.
Careful what you
that's
say
where we're
about him.
at.
He's standing right behind you.
So I think we're probably going to take a short break.
I think we'll
As
continue
we-
to stream this. As
We'll continue the stream, let everything run, but they will condense down to one table here.
We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Last time I did this.
We're going to bring some more players. We'll be right back in probably 10 minutes, Pete.
Yeah, should be.
Okay.
Tables and everything? Okay. So we probably want to go through the front. So obviously not using this room. Done with survivors. Okay.
Justin has 855 and is in C4. Mike, you into 5? So in-seated, we're moving Mark.
Oh, we get the lunch at Packer?
Mark.
Sweet. Huh?
There are actually 8.
I'm as big a fan as he is. Oh, no. I'm seat 6, Nick. Nick Michael.
Snake chip couch.
You have a draw seat? Not draw seat. You're free. I'm right here. 3? Yep.
Who's in 8?
Whoever was in 7 before.
7?
Oh, the new 8 or the old 8?
Now.
Chris
Name?
Kelly.
Chris Kelly. Kellui. Chris CHRS.
So this is Mike Columbus?
Yep.
No, Mike Columbus is there.
Mark and Chris. You've,
I have 560. You want my chip?
560?
560. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 60. 560.
four that are left?
Mike Estes,
Okay.
Mike Columbus,
Okay.
Mike Bentley,
So the three mics.
and
Okay.
he's sitting in between Mike Estes and Mike Columbus.
Nick.
Is that his name, Nick? Yep, Nick. I don't know. He's sitting in between Mike Estes.
Well, there
and
is a Nick right there.
Well, then that's gonna be it.
Mike Estes. Oh wait. Mark Thane? See between. Oh, Justin. Mike Estes and Mike Columbus is Justin. Is there Justin on there?
Like you said, it might be Nick.
I'm just going to start doing that, so you can just start bringing people whenever you're ready.
Lucky Estes is the one.
Did you see that one?
Yep.
Or hear about it, maybe?
I was standing there. Picked up aces against two players. He's gonna be a tough out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't know about that, too.
Yeah, 1.4 million. Next stack is 970. So yeah. All right. Welcome back here. We're gonna play our 701 opening here as players make their way back to the table. Got Pete Bushy here, joined by our Player of the Year, Joel Clipping, going to join us in the booth. He's got an interest on the final table. Mike Columbus, you think you guys rode together here, right?
He's a good friend of mine,
Good
but
friend?
no.
Did you
we-
ride
we
together
rode
this time?
separate. I'm staying in Fargo.
I gotcha. So they carpooled to a lot of events together. You guys are in the same neighborhood up there?
Yeah, we're from the same town,
Gotcha.
and we've been friends for 30, 40 years.
So you got your money on him here on the final table, right?
Well, yeah.
Looking at the stacks here, we'll recap.
I definitely
here.
want him to do well.
Yes, Mike
But
is.
I have a lot of friends sitting here at the
Correct.
final table.
Mike is not quite the shortest stack, so we'll run it up from. Let's bring it on the board here, I guess. So there we go. That's your 9-handed final table. I guess we'll read them backwards. Chris K, 185. Mike Columbus, 225. Then I think we would go to Thane, sitting at 560. Chris McGurk, 695. Just lost that big pot to Mike Bedney here. Then I think we go to Nick, 730. Mark with 780. Justin, 855. Mike Bedney, 970. And Mike Estes, after that, pocket aces, double knockout with 1.48 million. So that is your final 9. We're playing with a 11,000 package that is up for grabs for first place. Everybody's got at least some buy-ins coming. I mean, most of the money is up top, obviously, but they are playing it for the 11K first place prize.
1 in 9 chance.
There we go.
I mean, tough to not be excited, right?
All right, blinds. Looks like we're going to be at 20-40 with a 40,000 big blind. Heidi's washing them up, and we are just about ready to go here. So this is going to be, usually we get done around midnight. I don't know how fast it's going to go here on this final table. They're decently deep, but I mean, it's going to probably go pretty quick until it gets a little bit closer. Got 11,000 up top with 1,100 MSPT seat for second, $500 or $600 in buy-ins for third, and so on down to, I think, ninth is just a 150 buy-in. So, I mean, everybody's got something, but they all got their eyes on the main prize. So,
Who's your horse, Pete?
Uh,
Who's your horse?
Kramer's in the booth here too.
Pick a
So,
horse.
yelling, "Who's my horse?"
Sean,
I gotta go with McGurk's a good buddy of mine. I'll take McGurk as my horse.
Joel?
Mike and Mike. Mike Bentley
The Mikes. You take
and
the
Mike Columbus. I would definitely like to see get
Man,
there.
that'd be neat if Columbus made it through.
Estes, it's going to be interesting.
He's gonna be a tough out right here.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
most chips, and he's one of the toughest players. that's for
Depends
sure.
upon how much pressure he puts on these guys too, though.
Yep.
He will, I think.
We got we assigned a country to Chris McGurk. We put Bulgaria on there. It flashes the flag up there when it's his turn.
Oh, that's cool.
We could do that. We could do that for the Canadian guys now. We could put their little flag up there for
We
them.
got Tony from Hawaii.
A lot of people are pulling for Mike, but obviously there's 3 mics at this table.
Correct. Look at, he's got the flag on there, right there,
there
the
it is.
Bulgaria
Oh,
flag.
McGurk, yeah, he's from Bulgaria.
And I think Mike Estes, chip leader, either he got a walk or looks like he was in the big blind. I think it just got a walk there. So that's exactly what the chip leader doesn't exactly need. Is walk. Oh, Heidi wants Turkey McGurk. Everybody's got their favorites here. So
Well, Thane's got some people pulling for him too, and Thane's a good player.
yep. Thane was down to almost nothing when Mike Estes came over to this table. He was down to under 100K. Jason, remember we said, oh, there's gonna be trouble. And he had shipped it in with a small ace, and he got that ace 10 to lay down to him because it was just too much, and he kind of went on a run from there. So
3 bigs, 4 bigs.
there we
5
go.
bigs, somewhere.
McGurk gonna wake up with ace jack. Raise it on up, 85K. Thane wakes up with a hand king queen on the dealer button here. He's got 540, so I mean, it's 13 bigs. I mean, right now it's not really, oh, I'm gonna get blinded out anymore.
Yeah,
This
but
is,
McGurk raised, so he might call the 85, but I don't think he's going to go over the top. No,
and he just lays it down.
McGurk's pretty good player, pretty
Yep, Justin.
good range there.
So I haven't played a lot with Nick or the 8-seat Chris. That was Eric's childhood friend. So I don't know a lot about their game. I have played with most of the rest of these guys quite a bit.
I believe Chris asked Eric. He said, I got some chips. We're down to 20. What do I do? And Eric's like, you made it this far. Don't do anything different. Which is probably solid advice because, you know, me and Eric are in the commentator booth, so obviously he's doing something right.
We're gonna we got to every 10 minutes. We still got to reset the stream, so we're gonna try to do that between hands here.
And Justin's a good player too, and seat 3.
Yeah, Justin's a
Yeah,
good player.
seat 3. Yeah, I've played with him a lot. I see him make it really deep a lot.
It still is a 10-minute delay. Yes, we are still on the 10-minute delay. So this, what you're seeing, happened 10 minutes ago, basically. So
Mike Bentley got ace 8 here. Probably 85.
Exactly.
God, that's why we got you in the booth. 85. Look at that. And Thane with the same hand.
He's under. He'll fold.
Yep. Thane can't love just picking up king, queen, and ace 8 the first couple hands and not playing either one of them. But
Yeah. If he had a little over $1 million, he probably would play
Yep.
a little.
And that's going to get through for Bedney. He's up to 1.1 million there, basically. It looks like they're rounding up. But you can see stacks. Only Mike Columbus, Mike and Chris on the 2 short stacks with 3 and 4 bigs here. Still can get you some. I mean, 1 double up and you're live.
Yeah, Mike needs to do something pretty soon, that's for sure.
100K in orbit kind of hurts.
Yeah.
So, and we're playing big blind ante, where the big blind is putting in 40K plus their big blind of 40K. So. We did. Mike Estes knocked out our last woman standing with the big three-way all-in. He picked up aces with 2 people shoving into him. Cindy had King Jack. She was our last female standing with the, I think she went out officially in 11th or 12th. I'm not sure who had more chips. She went out in the same hand as 12th place. So.
Oh, Mike picks up ace jack here.
Yep. Again, the chip leaders have been running well at the feature table most of today. They've been
Running
picking up
well and
hands.
getting cards.
Yeah.
In order to raise.
Now, that was Sam Seville for a while, and he bowed out before making it to the final table. I think he went out about 15th. So, and the other player that was...
Josh Dahlstrom was up in chips, too,
Josh
for a while.
Dahlstrom, yeah.
He was close to $1 million. And he's gone.
He gone. Chris got him. We're going to always give Chris crap now for sucking out on him. Mike raised to 110 over to Nick with King Jack in the big blind. That's playable for the big blind. 650, 70 to call.
For sure, he's got enough to call.
Yep. He's going to
See a
get
flop.
stung. He's going to get stung if a jack comes here. Jack high board. And all unders. So
But
that,
now, what do you do? You know Mike's going to rate or bet.
Yep. I mean, he checks it to him.
I mean, you're in the big blind, though. You could take it away from him if you wanted to. Huh?
Little donk lead.
No, I'm talking about right now.
Come over the top.
Yeah, you could come over the top right here.
Mike fires out a C-bet, 155. We'll see if Nick wants to get creative or if he's gonna play it conservatively here.
Yeah, he wanted a king. Hopefully King Jack.
And Mike stacking chips, 1.7 million. He's got 41 bigs there, starting to put some distance between him. Everybody pretty much playing for first. I mean, they'll take the buy-ins. All these guys are pretty regulars on the tour mostly. Mike Estes just started playing on the tour. I believe he moved to the state just less than a year ago and started playing. He's been playing a lot of MSPT events. The first tournament he ever played on the 701 was here, and he won it for, I think it was 5,000 or 6,000. So he got off to a hot start.
We all run bad, having him move to the area.
Yep, he's got a wide range of playing. Good player.
When you see him fold, you want to take advantage of it. And Justin is going to. Wakes up with the hand. One ace 10. Looks like he's going to make it, what is that, 105? Mike, king 3, not playable. Nick, same hand in the small blind.
Throws that one away.
Yeah, this one didn't work out so well last hand, he said.
Well, Justin raised this time.
True.
If Estes raised, I think he would have called him.
And he's out of position with another short stack behind him who might just ship it here. You never know. It's for most of Chris's chips, he's not gonna.
Oh yeah, Chris is getting down there too.
Yep, he's got 2 bigs.
Been a little bit, Pete. I forgot the sponsor name. If you want to run through those.
Sure, we'll do it on that. Jess says, Mike moved here February 1st, played our first 701 in April. Yeah, it was an event here. I think it was maybe a $200 or $300 one, and Mike ended up taking that down. So he's had quite a bit of success on the 701. I know he said he was studying poker pretty hard after, I believe he was, Jessica can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was a semi-pro or pro bowler, and looking to switch careers into the poker field, I guess. So he's got an interesting backstory here. Mike Bedney waking up with King Jack, middle position here. Looks like he's peeling off some raisin chips. Makes it 85 again, I think. 90 this time. And we're losing Joel for a minute here. Jason jumping in since he's chatting our ear off anyways. So
Apologize. Joel,
you can't really hear you in the background anyway, so it sounds
Yeah.
like we're talking to ourselves.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how good these mics pick up.
You got to be
background
right.
voice. You got to be right
Pretty
there.
much, yep.
Okay.
I could not hear you talking other than actually.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Joel shipping that Minot tournament's going to take a little break, so I figured I'd jump in the box here with Pita. 7 deuce going to fold. Mike B.
Picking up a
Whoa.
pot.
Okay, so we're a little delayed on the graphics. We'll get there. 76 viewers, Pete.
Oh, we're at our new high. Boom.
That's a record.
Not a pro, but he
several
toured.
years later, picked up poker, needed to do something competitive. Oh, bowled all his life, got out the end, got out of that, and decided to start playing poker. Very cool. Jessica, you play also? Is that what I'm getting from that?
Yep. You would recognize her if you saw her.
I'm so bad with names, faces, yes. Names, not so much. Pete, is that 75 viewers? Is that across platforms? Or
That is. Yep.
Okay.
That's on both platforms.
YouTube and Facebook?
And Facebook, correct. So thanks to all the viewers out there that have stuck around. I know it's getting late on a Sunday night. I'm thinking we'll probably wrap up by midnight or around midnight
Right around
today.
there.
Went actually faster than we thought. Some people shipped them in there. We did reduce to 25-minute blinds today just to make sure that we were going to get it done, but tried to keep the structure as good as we could. It's going to fold around to Chris. He's not gonna ship it in there with the King
Chris
Jack.
McGurk.
A little
7-4 is not going to do it. So Pete, trying to find us on the streaming services, YouTube 701 Poker Tour. Is that the
So there's a
correct
link
search?
to it on 701.
Okay.
We're actually streaming on the feature table, but because that's the. Oh, we're gonna quick go on our sponsors while we reset the stream here. So I want to thank everyone, our sponsors this year, and moving forward, Eagle River Utility Solutions, Tax Lady, Randy's Diner, Subway of Park Rapids, and Ambitiously Lazy. They did a bunch of great things for us this year. They did a whole bunch of different sponsorships, not only for the tour, helping us get new equipment, helping us get this streaming table, but I want to give them a big shout out here. So back to the action. Folds around to Mike. Doesn't like his hand. Over to Nick with an ace-6 in the hijack here. He's going to say all in. And Mike Bedney going to wake up with ace-king and going to make the call.
Listen,
Yep,
when
that's
you're
not
hot,
good.
you're hot. Gonna try to fade a 6 here
Yep.
to knock a player out, moving up, knock us down to what,
Nick
8
is
players?
all in and at risk here. An ace on the flop is going to happen pretty much anyways, probably. Uh-oh, open ender for Nick here. Can he hit the 2-6? Or he hits the 6. Nick with some life.
Nick with the double up to 620K. Big
He was
spot.
open-ended. That's kind of, I mean, Mike was second in chips here. Whoa, what do we got going on there? Oh, freaky.
A little flickery.
Yeah, somebody stepped on a cord probably, but Nick picks up the open ender on the turn. Needed any deuce, 7 or 6. He's got 11 outs and bangs one out there. That's going to do some damage
Big
to
double
Mike
up.
Bedney.
Heidi's going to count this down.
Nick started the hand with, I think I saw 550, 560. You know, he didn't want to call. He was just trying to pick up some blinds and antes there.
Pete, big first prize, and like there's no one running away with this thing. Obviously, Mike has 1.6 mil, but everyone's got a shot here. I mean, there's a couple people that are in dire need. Chris K with 85,000, Mike C with 125,000, but everyone's drawing live. Everyone's drawing live to that big seat. That's exciting. Wade Kaiser, Nick is solid, tough to figure out. Would love to see Thane pick up a few hands and make a run, sticking with Mike E's versus Mike M's heads up. Mike takes it with a king high straight. Delete my comment if that doesn't happen. And Jessica approves of said prediction.
So I want to know what Mike's bowling average was as a semi-pro bowler.
What's the line?
I'm gonna bet over under at 222.
Oh, way over.
Way over. Okay.
Way over. Way over.
I mean, we bowl with a lot of guys of my bowling team have over a 200 average. I'm a straight bowler, so I'm right in there with the 155.
I'd set the line closer to
like 250,
265.
Ooh, okay.
Right in there.
I'll take the under.
Take the under 265. I'll take the over of your.
Okay, so it's probably right in the middle.
It's probably right.
How
in
about
there.
closest between those two?
Closest
There
to?
we
Okay,
go.
we can
Yep.
do that. We can do that. What's going
Mark.
on here? Mark raised 90.
Yep.
Thing's gonna fold.
Ace 7 of hearts for Mark. Over to Thane from the big. And he's gonna get rid of it. All
70
right.
viewers. Good to see everyone out there.
I love the Bulgaria flag there for Chris.
That is pretty solid.
Stand strong, Bulgaria.
I'll give you that. That's pretty solid.
We're gonna have
Brad
to
Posh.
Put some more of them.
Let's talk bowling. Brad, you used to be a bowler. Is that correct, Brad? Or am I just making things up?
He looks like a bowler, right?
He could pass.
Can he bend down that far? I mean,
Listen.
I don't think height really helps in the bowling world, does
More
it?
of a
Other
loft- more of a
by the
loft
time he
and
lets
spin.
it go,
He's-
it's halfway down the lane. Just like in darts, Brad could just
Long
reach
arms,
over.
Just place it in the bullseye.
Correct.
I can see that. Brad played this weekend. Saw him at the tournament. Good to see him.
Brad is giving me a hard time on the table. I dealt
Yeah.
with him quite a bit. Yep. All right, Mike Columbus finding an ace and shipping it in there. Ace.
The bar ain't
4.
real high when you have 125K.
Yep.
You got to find a
All
spot.
right, any ace.
Ace
Mike
5.
Bedney with ace 5.
What happens here, Pete?
125 with Mike Estes in the big. I think Bedney's going to lay it down.
A little scary with Estes in the
Yeah,
big blind, right?
you don't love ace 5. You got the biggest stack in the big blind who can pretty much make this call with not quite any 2 cards, but I mean he's in for 40. It's
a little
85
closer
a
if you're
call.
suited, but
Yeah.
I think it's just a fold. You don't love it, but you have to do it. You just have too much pressure to your left.
You get to see Thane's cards. There we go. 10-7 and Mike Estes Jack 3. Oh,
Ah,
I mean it's
his range is pretty wide here to call this off, but it's not that wide.
and he folds. It's for 3 bigs. You know
Brad
that
does-
it's close.
Brad does
so.
confirm he is a bowler of sorts. So note to self, just another prop bet. Do not get involved with Brad. And bowling.
How much is it an automatic call there? It's so he's in for 40 and it was 125. So, I mean, yeah, Jack 3 is not much, but to get a player off this table,
Probably any Queen X,
Yeah.
Queen High is enough, regardless of what the X is. I think Jack is just below that line, and like we talked about before, it changes a little bit because you're not trying to ladder up. You're trying to get that 10K seat.
Correct.
So you can be a
you're not
little more.
just trying to score a knockout
No.
here. You're trying to, you don't want to waste those chips.
Yep. So you can take on a little more risk if you want to, but yeah. Mike was Jack 6. That's not going to go anywhere. Bulgaria folds. Thane 5-3. Even on the button.
I don't think Thane's going to get that creative. You just don't want to walk into a big hand here.
Well, you got some big stacks to your left.
Yeah. Then Mike Estes picking up an ace.
Hey,
Heads up.
he's found a few aces.
Picked 2 of them up at a good time on the other table.
Mark it down, Pete. 10 minutes. We're gonna see a hand.
Okay.
That's
or
my
maybe
guess.
maybe it was the football game.
Maybe it was. That's true. That's true. It might have been McGurk
McGurk's-
celebrating,
That sounded like McGurk.
McGurk's
celebrating a touchdown.
looking at the TV. You can
That's
see him
fair.
right there.
That's
Look at.
fair.
Let's see what Justin's going to pick up. The same thing that Mike just folded, basically, in the same exact situation. That's ironic.
Not gonna happen. Chris down to 1 big blind and a dream.
And I'm not sure when the blinds went up. It might have been just now. 30, 60, 60, basically. We're gonna reset the old stream. All Heidi's shuffling, so we got a fresh one here because I think we're gonna get some action here. We got Chris sitting on a very short stack of blues there.
Yes.
I'm just kind of shocked that he didn't put it in on that King Jack a few hands ago, but
Yeah.
I know
Chris
Eric said he's kind of just getting back in. Oh, Nick wakes up with 10s under the gun, so it's going to take away some of Chris's options here.
Well, it said one big blind for Chris, but it's actually 1.5. just
Something?
over
Was he at
1.5,
85?
1.6.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at 85K. But still, dire need of finding something.
Oh,
And
here we
Bulgaria.
go.
Bulgaria showed up with the.
I saw an
king.
ace-5 just folded, though, so that is going to hurt.
some
Oh,
outs. But he can't get away from
no. And is Nick going to have him covered? Nick does have him covered. I
And
don't
he's-
think Nick's
he's
going to
gonna
get
call.
away from this.
that. That's a big chunk of Nick's stack.
It
but I
is.
think he calls.
And I don't know how familiar he is with McGurk, but I don't think I see Nick laying this down. I think this one kind of plays itself here.
Like we said, once you get down to the stage, kind of have to embrace some of the variants and try
Yeah.
to run it up to that first place stack.
And oh, Mike kills one of the kings.
Oh
I mean,
no,
it's
Kirk's losing outs left
He
and right.
is. As you can see from, they've been figuring in the percentages. So
Yep.
normally this would be a lot closer to, it should be, without knowing, it'd be about 55-45.
Yep.
And it's showing 67-30, so a 2-to-1 underdog if Nick makes the call.
It's fold.
And he lays it down.
Listen, McGurk doesn't have a stack that doesn't do some damage, right? So
Correct.
like,
I mean,
you're
you
like,
know he's shipping it in
it's
with
basically for the tournament life
yeah,
if they make the call. Thane jumping in the box here,
which is
which is weird because I see you on the screen. So
uh-oh. Thanks,
that's-
thanks, Craig.
I mean, hi, hi.
Yeah, he's just checking in.
Thane's
seeing-
on an early break,
Yeah, Thane's on.
picking up.
Oh, he's
drink.
seeing if we need a drink. Oh,
yeah,
thanks,
we definitely
Thane.
need a drink. Appreciate you, Thane. Thanks for you're always good for that.
We just saw. I don't know if you saw here, but Nick had just raised and McGurk went all in. I don't know if you remember that hand. Nick folded 10s. McGurk
10-10.
had ace, and McGurk had ace king.
McGurk had ace king and he folded 10-10.
Haunt him because that's like a $2 million pot.
That's a big pot.
I don't know if I'd have done that.
It was for
we-
most of his stack. Chris had enough chips to
Yeah, but
I
I
mean,
mean, want to win this?
Tens is tough.
listen.
I
We
don't-
talked about that. It's like you have to make some chips.
If you're in, you're
Playing for first, right?
What do you think? I mean, let's think about it. What do you think he was shipping it with? So Chris K gets it all in. Queen 8.
Estes.
No, we're gonna get a call probably from, I would say, well, a couple players look him up. I mean, the big blind's only got 25K to call, so you know
Right.
that big blind's coming along
But
here.
Estes in the cutoff, he can probably fold here because you don't know what the small and big. They don't want to isolate.
Yeah, I mean, you know somebody is gonna make
Yeah.
the call. You don't have to make the call from there.
Well, or you can. You have options.
But I mean, Nick's got to be thinking, what's Chris doing this with that I am flat out beating? I'm
Right.
flipping with ace king, ace queen. Would he do that with ace jack? I think McGurk make flat there.
Right.
But so the only thing that he's beating significantly is 9s, 8s.
Nines,
Is he
eights,
gonna
sevens,
you
probably
know?
not even doing it. So
Yeah. So
it's
that's
a
at the
matter of,
edge of his range. So
hey,
I mean,
do
it's
do I think I have an edge on this table, or do I want to flip for a big pot?
correct. That
If you think you have an edge, you can lay it down and find a different spot. Justin with Queen 10. Queen 10 just looks so much better than it really is. It looks pretty.
they're getting some sort of ruling here because he went all in for 85.
Oh,
like
whether
what-
it opens the action or not, is that?
Correct, which these two have not acted. So Justin can just call for 85. I guess I'm not sure if that was an 85.
Yeah, it looks like more to me, but I could be wrong. I feel like
So they're figuring it out here.
I feel like Justin put more chips in than 85, but not enough to raise. Is that accurate? Steve's out there. Steve will get it sorted out.
Yep. Oh, it's a little confusing because he's all in for less than a full raise here.
Yep.
Mike still should have, if I understand it right, if that's what he put in was
He should have
85.
all of
These
his options.
both have, yeah, Mike Columbus, ace jack,
Okay.
and Nick with the king jack here.
Jeez,
So
big hands.
Yeah. So he's going to call the 105.
The important piece is they took a few extra seconds, but they got it right and made
Oh,
sure.
it looks like it shows a 3-bet by Justin. So they're making him
Oh.
potentially raise if he said something or if he put in some
Might
sort
have
of
verbalized
yeah.
raise. That would make sense.
Heidi's going to get this pot right. Obviously, Justin's coming along here. So Nick and just about, wow, we got Queen 10, Queen 8, King Jack, Ace Jack, Mike Columbus in the lead with the Ace Jack, looking for a triple up here.
Yeah, Mike. And how long's Mike been hanging around? He finally found a spot where he's
Yep.
way ahead in four-way pot, so it's
And
more than a triple up.
Chris is looking for that 8. Possibly Queen to get some sort of chop here.
Chris is at risk.
Chris,
Mike's at
Chris
risk.
and Mike are at risk to send us to.
So Heidi's gonna have to make several pots. Dealer's favorite spot in the world is having two side pots, 2 side pots in the main pot. She'll get it figured out though.
Yep, Eric's saying Chris was on a single stack. Probably one of the only players at this table that was at a single stack.
That's pretty wild.
He actually qualified yesterday.
He qualified yesterday. Wow.
Okay.
And an Ace Jack for Mike Columbus. I think he's going to
Hey.
score that double up. Justin
Doesn't
is
wanna-
gutter ball.
Doesn't want to see any painted
And they're gonna check.
Heart, not anything.
And Chris is at 0%, so we are going to
The
lose
very-
him.
the very
Justin.
gentle check on the button. Let's not do anything stupid. Check. That's what that was. A 9. That'll seal it. So Chris going to pick up a big pot. Or Mike, excuse me. And Chris will be eliminated. And then the side pot is going to go
It's
to
going to be a
Nick.
little side pot to
Nick.
Nick there with King or with the Jacks.
The Jacks.
Yeah, and then Mike Columbus going to score the triple up plus. So
Mike back in business. Little reconnect here, Pete.
yep. And
70?
we lose Chris.
We're trending, Pete. We're trending. We're up to 77
There we
viewers.
go. We lose Chris as our first player out on the final table. He came in as one of the 2 short stacks. Good tournament. Chris just qualified yesterday
That's funny.
by getting enough points, and he came in on a single stack. So
Good for him.
he's going to earn himself a buy-in. Eric Crystal says he's been trying to get into poker a little more. Great showing today, beating out 150 players. I think
Yeah.
we ended with 160. I think was our
Okay.
number. So
That's 30 or 40 more than the previous
yeah,
high.
120 was our previous
Okay,
high. So,
so
yeah,
40?
40 on. We had a lot of RPT guys came in today. I saw a lot of
Yeah, it was
RPT
good to see 'em.
guys with none on the final table though.
Didn't make
So,
it. That's
no.
why Eastern North Dakota's tougher, right? Is that,
There we
is
go.
that what we learned?
Well, Josh Delsham goes over and wins their championship twice. I mean, if
Tiny?
they're gonna
We said tiny
I
over
mean,
there?
yeah. I mean, if they can't defend their own turf,
Come
you
on.
know.
Come on. Yeah.
Gotta go to the room and get your last bucket.
Oh, Jesus. We got beers. I don't drink beers, but I'm going to drink a beers. Thank you. Thank you.
All
my
right.
kind friend.
After all that action, folds back around, and we see Thane here
Just in time.
Hey, Thane.
shipping it with Ace Jack all in.
I think Thane picks this pot up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think I know what happened now.
Trouble Earth.
Justin wakes up with ace queen.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Justin's going to make the call, or he's going to go all in behind.
Dallas supporting. Way to go, Mike. On that triple up.
Here's what's funny. After you see the flop.
All right. Yeah, Thane's in tough shape here. 70-30 dog here.
All
He's
in, all
looking
in.
for that jack.
Oh, no. Wait.
Oh,
How about a 10? Give me a 10.
A 10 would be fun.
10 would be a fun card. Oh, he hits the jack.
He got the
Thane, he hits the
my
jack.
No 10, no 10. No! 10
Oh,
Diamond
no.
gave me a royal flush last
I
night.
used
and now
to
it
want the
kicks my ass.
10, and now I didn't want the 10 anymore. It's pretty sick, Thane. That's a tough beat. Good run. 160 some runners, Thane, and you got a
Eighth.
I kissed
Eighth.
my sister.
eighth. Well, you know.
Oh my gosh, he hits the jack, and
I was
then
using the royal last night, if you recall.
Yep. Same card. Made him the royal last night. Just dealt his fate, or gave him the fate tonight. Death blow.
Scroll down your little list there.
Yeah. Zach says, "Wow." Zach says, "Max Payne." That's a
That
good
was.
description.
Yep, and we are 7-handed now.
1 and 7, Pete. 1 and 7 are going to have a very, very nice day going to Vegas playing the
Correct.
World Series main event.
That launches Justin into second place there. That would have got
Huge.
that would have got Thane to the million mark basically.
Was it us commentating, Pete? We were theorizing about the 5K buyout and whether or not that's even should be in your brain. And,
No, that was you and Eric Crystal.
Okay, so
but,
we were talking, and Matt Wolf said, "Matt, you won it last year. What do you think?" He goes, "Absolutely play it. I tell you what, I don't care who wins it. I will buy some of your action.
Yeah,
Do
and
not take the 5K buyout."
And I don't really see any of these players probably doing it.
I don't. Listen, go to Vegas, sell some action to your
I
friends.
mean, it's once in a lifetime for most of these guys. You know, some
sure.
of these could satellite in stuff like that. I mean,
There isn't a player here that
yeah, I don't think so either.
I sure would have. Unfortunately, I don't have to make that decision.
Correct. Mike Estes picking up Queen Jack in the
Oh, gotcha.
Queen Jack of clubs, raises up to 160. We're at 30, 60, 60 here. Fold.
That's
Oh,
a good hand.
Mike Columbus all in. Just picks up some chips, and now he's shipping them in.
What's he have?
460.
What's he have? Ace Jack.
Ace Jack.
Dominating Mike Estes. 460. Mike has 1.5. 300 to call. It's probably a fold to Mike C. I mean, some guys you can call off here, but I don't think you can call off Mike C. His range is too strong, and that 300,000 is it's important. It's important. It's 25 total bigs. He's doing the math.
Yeah.
Strikes me as a math guy. What do you think,
Yeah.
Mikey?
Oh, he's making the call, and he's not going to like the shape he's in. Mike Columbus going to have him dominated here. Need to avoid those clubs or queens. And
Mike
here
C's
we
got
go.
2 flush draws.
The
That's not
all-important one, Ace Jack, just nails it, but he's going to need to avoid the 10
The
thing.
10, this
He
thing.
has to avoid the 10.
fair. Not the 10. Don't
Here
put
comes
the
a 10 of diamonds.
Oh,
And he
it's
hits
the
the
queen.
He actually hits his
Queens
queen.
and jacks versus aces and jacks.
That would have been an interesting.
Mike with the deep breath. You see that?
Oh my gosh. He came-
And look at
He
this.
just blew up when he was all in, and it was Ace Jack. He got so excited.
And look at this. Mike Columbus coming in one of the short stack is now third in chips, and he joins the million club.
What do we say?
So,
3 bigs? He had 3 bigs at one
Yeah.
point? 3 bigs. Now
Ace-
he's up over a mil.
And he quadrupled up
Ace
with that.
Ace Jack twice.
Yep.
That's his hand.
Well,
That's
I
my,
was thinking Ace Jack would be good.
my
for
l-
Mike.
yeah.
No.
Look at
Mike
this.
Mike knows how to play it, Thane.
Look at this
Sorry.
spread, Pete. 1.2, 1.1, 1.0, 880, and 945.
I like it. This is
Sheesh.
deep. I mean, and Mike Bedney and Mark, 2 solid players on the short stacks. But,
Yeah.
I mean, they got 10 bigs.
One
you know?
double and you're
Correct.
You're the chip leader. 8-5. That's fold.
And Quay Walker's gonna learn his ass and jump. He's a piece of shit. What? Quay Walker.
I'm not. Okay, I just happened. You don't have to rub my nose. What happened to him?
Some NFL football playoff implications debates going on.
Kara
Keep it-
Crystal delivering the news that Green Bay's losing while Thane's in the booth with a as a Packer fan.
Are we assuming Bernice is Mike's wife?
I would assume a relative at least.
Relative? Bernice, is that your hubby there just crushing the final table? Is that the relationship or is it something else?
Here we go. King Queen for Mark of Diamonds. Mike Bedney with King Queen in the big blind.
Suited.
So Mike's got the 2 flush draws to Mark's only 1 flush draw though. So that
So let me get this straight. Do we still have 3 mics
we still have 3 mics.
3 mics and a
Mike
Mark.
B, Mike C, Mike E.
and a Mark? That's too much.
We had 2 Chris's. We're down to 1. We had on 5 people. We had 3 Chris's or 2 Chris's and 3 Mikes.
That's true.
All in for Mike Bedney.
Yes, Bernice does say that is her husband. Well, good to have you on the stream.
And they're gonna like each. all in, all in.
They're both
We're gonna
praying for
we're
just
gonna
a
get a sweat
rainbow.
here.
Just give me a
Anything?
rainbow.
Oh no!
Free roll.
Freeroll City for Mark.
Is it red?
Oh
It
my
was
God.
red.
Oh my God!
Heidi?
Is it gonna?
Heidi? That's
Oh.
another red card. Hearts come home, but diamonds do not.
Pick the wrong two kings and queens. There, it should have been the king queen of
Look
hearts.
at that chip distribution.
Mike show.
Man. Chip leader with 20 bigs. That'll get the heart pumping when you're playing for a big first place
Yeah,
prize.
I mean, right now it's a little bit of the play. I mean, you gotta pick your spot and still try to find good spots to pick up any chips you can.
For
but
sure, but
a lot of times the cards are going to determine it right now. So
nobody is comfortable.
Tiny.
Nope.
Tiny from Hawaii. Not be. Is it Let's Go Gurk? Some Gurk fans out there. Where's Rena? Where's Crisscross's wife?
He
Rena?
probably hasn't even told her. She's watching the Packers game.
That's true. That's why we lost some viewers. The Packers game must be getting intense.
So these chips are going to be hard to peel away from Mike Columbus. That's for sure.
He ain't gonna give them away.
No, he won't. Battle of the blinds here. Mike and Mike in the morning.
That's what someone said in chat earlier.
Mike Bedney, Queen 7, the old computer hand, the average hand in poker right there.
Exact middle of the hand. If someone is playing you blind, that is the minimum hand that you can call with and be on the right side of the percentages.
Looks like he's gonna raise it up. Mike Jack 6. Not gonna love it. Yep.
Nope. Just folds around.
Pretty normal pre-flop. I mean, anywhere from 10 to 20%. Nobody really getting out of line with the pre-flop raises.
Not bad. Almost made enough dealing to pay the bar tab.
There you go.
It's close. Let's go Gurk. And Keith says the Packers suck. So on one side, he supports Mr. McGurk. On the other side, he is not supporting Mr. McGurk's favorite team.
This one time, this is one of the times I can finally agree with Tiny. So most of the rest of the time, I don't think he knows what he's talking about. But
Yeah, he's got things to say.
Mike Columbus picking up 8s under the gun. Is this in his range, or is he just going to flat fold them?
I hope not.
No, he's not. He's picking out some raisin chips there. I think. Yeah, one. I don't think it's enough for a raise, though, is it?
No, he's trying to get there.
Well, 130 was enough.
How big of a hand do you have to have here, Pete, to call Mike's raise?
Well, look at Mark. Mark just shoves the 6s in pretty quick without even thinking about it.
Listen, Mike is way too solid for me to be messing around with any sort of goofy hands, and that's not a knock. That's a compliment.
Yep. Mike plays pretty snug. He's gonna get them in when he's got the chips. He's not gonna be messing around. Just did it.
Results speak for themselves, though. Mike has pretty good success.
Correct.
Keith says Bedney is pretty awesome too, and then a foreign name says good luck, Mark.
There you go.
I don't know how to
Got a symbol.
describe that.
Bunch of symbols. So
Symbols.
the only thing that's working against Mike here is, I mean, Mike. Is it good for Mike to ladder up? But is he going to have enough to get to the finish line, basically? Yeah.
Yep, that's gonna be the key. But
Because it's going to be hard to get those chips away from him, but
Yep.
he's also got to.
He's gotta get 'em all.
I guess we can kind of figure out how many chips are in play now here.
Oh,
We
yeah, we're
got-
down to
there's
one table,
3
aren't we?
million, 4.5, 5.1, 5 point. So a little under, I guess 6.4 million.
right
It's looking
there.
like about 6.1, something like that. 6.1, 6.2.
well
so
played.
folds around to Mike on the dealer button.
7 players left.
And I mean, yeah, we see he's got 5-2, but Mike sees he's got the button, and that's the most important thing, especially with Mike Columbus in the big blind. I mean, it's not a rip, but it's going to be a pretty small range for Mike Columbus typically to.
Yeah, his defending range is a
To
little bit
defend.
smaller.
Yep. Now he knows Mike's going to open there pretty wide. But 10-7 of diamonds is just
Yeah.
not something he's going to
Yeah,
defend with
His
for,
defending range is smaller,
for
but
20%
no
of
one's
his stack.
defending 10-7
Correct.
on that spot. It's just too weak.
Oh, we got Leah a chair finally.
Oh, thank God. She's trying to stretch the back out. Poor Leah. Poor Leah. Good luck, Mark. Keep it up, Mike C. from Deb. I am not Pete.
Perot.
All right.
Peralt. Peralt.
Listen, I bailed, so I ain't gonna criticize whichever way you go with that.
Mark under the gun. One of the shorter stacks. Is he the shortest? Mike Bedney and him both in that mid sixes, but
real close.
Yep. But I mean, one orbit right now, 200K. So
painful.
it is. I guess that's why tournaments get over in the time that they do, because you're forced in eventually.
Well,
so.
and it really matters, because if you got someone that's has chips and is aggressive on your right, you just can't find any spots. They're taking your small, they're taking your big blind.
And I'm sure it says on the clock, but I don't know if it's 50 and 100 or 60 120. I would hope it's 50 and 100. I don't know. We did have to
bit of play.
Yeah, I mean we cut some levels out since we started with more chips.
There you go. That answers the question. He says I'm Mark's Korean friend, so that explains the name.
That's why you couldn't read the symbols.
That's why I can't read it. Yes, I do not speak.
Mike Columbus.
I barely
frisky.
mastered English. Well, master's a strong word. I barely get by with English, I should say.
Mike raising it up from the small. Nick's going to defend with Queen 10 in the big.
Quick question. What's the time conversion? What time is it in Korea?
I don't got that one. Uh-oh. Mike's going to get in some trouble here. He hit bottom pair. All in for Nick with top pair.
And Mike's like, man, I finally stepped out of my comfort zone.
I know.
And someone ripped
and this
it in
is
my
what
face.
happens.
And
This is why I should never.
This is why I don't bet ace deuce.
Correct.
And it's going to be 400 more to call, and Mike's going to let it go. I think he has to.
Yeah.
A lot of chips in that pot.
Yes, there is.
But Mike is good enough to know he's just beat. He's got 660 behind, 8 bigs, so he's kind of trying to figure it out. I mean, the math
It's just not a draw-heavy board. He's not doing it on a draw. I mean, it's unless he's trying to bluff you off, which, I don't know if they have any history today together. Right. Like I said, I haven't seen Nick play a ton.
But throw me 10-9 of hearts out there, and then I can be like, well, you have a flush draw, you have a straight draw, I'm beating some hands.
Yeah.
But 10-6 deuce rainbow there's just not many bluffs there. Mike hating the situation. Tough spot, Mike.
Yep. And you know what? Most of the time, hitting a pair, on the flop, and you raise pre-flop, most of the time that's going to work, even if you didn't hit. The odds that both of you hit a pair, very rare,
There you go, Pete. That's the answer. It's 1:17 p.m. in Seoul.
There you go.
What day? Sunday or Monday? Brad?
That is...
That's a valid question.
It's tomorrow there. It's Monday there.
So it's Monday. It's 1:17 p.m.
so.
on Monday, I think? Okay. I don't know.
I don't think they go backwards.
Well, you
but
could.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just a poker commentator.
Mike tried to check his lap, the lap
For the
gods.
answer?
Give me something to do. Give me a sign. Yeah, it's a tough spot. He knows he's beat, but he also knows there's so many chips in that pot that, if I can get lucky, I can scoop a huge pot. And all the money's up top. But I still think he finds the fold. Yeah, there he goes. Show you the deuce. Yeah, I had you. Mike's like, I'm glad. Mike says, yep, I made the right decision.
Yeah, that makes Mike feel better.
It is Monday. It is Monday in Korea, just so
There you go.
everyone knows. Nick has made this move a few times. Mike might call. He was close, Jessica.
Most of the time, Nick's been doing it when he's had it most of the time. So I mean, we've seen it. The players haven't always seen it though.
Right.
So sometimes it looks like he's going to do it. He's had it pretty much every time that we've seen it.
I think one of us is getting knocked. I don't know. Keith's not a very good commentator.
Oh,
I don't know if.
that was definitely directed at me.
You think so?
Oh yeah. I want to see if I got a final on that Packers game here.
Was it close to being over? I suppose.
It's got to
10-10,
be.
yeah.
10-10. Kicks off at like.
Yeah, Jessica said it should have been surprised at the call, but she thought there was a chance he does it, and that's kind of what we. It's kind of what we said too. I'm with you, Jessica.
B with the suited king.
At a final.
Lions with the ball. A minute to go.
Ooh.
Up by 4. Come on, hold on. What down is it? 4th and 1.
Oh. So
but
they're
they are driving. They're at the
So kick a-
Packers 15.
Kick a field goal.
Field goal would make it a 7-point game, but give them
You have to
a
kick it,
minute
though.
15. Yeah, you have to. Well, or do you go for it on 4th and 1 and
Yeah.
try to win it?
Go up 7. Go up 7.
I don't know.
Play defense.
The field looks in pretty tough shape for kicking there.
Keith says, obviously he was talking about you because he loves me.
We fold it over to the blinds here. We got Nick and Mark. Nick with the 8-9, one of my favorite hands.
1.2 million, 15 bigs.
He's gonna looks like limp in. Mark, Queen, Jack. He might just find a ship, and he
Yeah.
does. Shippopotamus.
Mark's got 6 bigs. I don't hate it.
Nope.
Puts
Especially
the,
once he completed, you know.
Yeah.
I think if he ships on him,
The limp is pretty weak.
correct.
2016 Lions with about a minute left, says Mike Lean Jr.
We're debating go for it on 4th and 1 or kick the field goal.
I think the kick. Survey says
They did not kick.
they did not kick. They went for it.
6-yard completion.
No. Packers
And it's
lose.
first
Nathan Larson says Packers
and
lose.
goal.
Oh, look at the concerned face.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Chris. Concerned face. Oh, no, Chris Cross.
Chris, you better concentrate on your game now. Down,
Down
go the
go
pack.
the
Packers
Pack.
lose. With the Lions nothing to play for. And
Timmy
they
Jacobs
knock 'em-
from the cheap seats.
Yeah. Tim's quiet the whole time and gets in one comment. Bedney moves it all in, ace-6 here. He's on one of the shorter stacks.
Don't blame him.
I guess just likes his 7-8 of clubs, but not worth it.
Listen. Listen, if you...
Oh, Mike Columbus waking up with ace-queen
Hey.
here.
Mike found the rush of cards when he needed it.
And it's going to be basically for all of Mike's chips.
He has to be.
I think so. I think Mike's going to...
Tim wants to invade Bulgaria.
Call.
And he called. Look at... He's got 5K left.
Tim thinks he
Invade
should.
bulk. And ace
0
queen
bigs.
to ace 6 here. Mike Bedney gonna need to
Fade
find
the
a 6.
Mike trying to fade
No,
the 6.
no chop outs at all. 3-outer.
Fade
And
the 6. Okay.
they're gonna count it down. It's gonna be very close. The reader says that Mike's got him covered by 5K.
A little insulting if you have a 5K chip left, right? You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That would be a chip and a chair.
That would be a chip. You know the story? You know the actual story with that? You know how that came about? So
I
they're-
know it, but go ahead and
So
tell
they're
it.
actually playing, and it was, give me the name of the player.
Wasn't it Jack Treetop
That
Strauss?
sounds right. Anyway, so the guy plays, and he gets in a pot, and he goes broke, and he gets up, and he goes to move his beer in his napkin, or his drink in his napkin, and he has a chip under his napkin. So he's still in, and he sits back down and goes on to win the tournament. So he had a chip and a chair. A chip that he didn't even know he had.
Do you know what
Pete?
I don't know if it was the main event or not.
I don't. It was a World Series tournament.
Yes, it was.
I believe.
Yeah, Mike got healthy.
Just scooping chips. Good job, Mike.
And good tournament, Mike Bedney. Mike had a big stack most of the day. He's a great player, I believe, from the Grand Forks area. So good job, Mike. And that's going to leave us with 6 players remaining here. It was just a little too. There's too many mics there. I mean, it was getting a little too confusing.
Listen,
Mike,
we apologize.
There's a third of a chance Mike's going to win this tournament.
There is a decent amount of mics.
And look at Mike Columbus with the chip lead now. Wow.
Oh, hey, look, Mike has 3 bigs. He has to do something. Oh, hi, chip lead.
Wow. Speaking of chip and a chair, Probably check those tables. There's a 5K in the rail of one of those.
Maybe we get one of those 5Ks out.
I think it was Justin's 5K. So
Get back in it.
Maybe I'm not done.
There's a 5K chip and probably 6 cards that.
correct. A lot of cards. When we tip the tables up at the end of the night, we get cards. Oh, Mike Estes. Oh,
JJ.
gets a walk. Did he get a walk and he wakes up with jacks?
Chris folds Jack 8 out of the small blind. I mean, kudos.
Wow.
I lose more chips
Yeah.
because I have Jack 8 on the small blind. I'm just going to apply some pressure and I'm going to run
Correct.
directly into Jack and be sad. So maybe Chris is still distracted. Are we right at where the Packers don't win? Is that?
Yep.
Whoa. Little drastic there, sir.
Go for it.
I need a beer. Thane needs a beer.
Why did we get out of bed?
Kramer, I couldn't think of a way to describe who I am, but super easy. I'm the only person that ever wears a mask. Oh, okay. Not ever, but I mean, yep, the female that wears a mask. Keith says, yes, it was me. That's right, Jessica. I do remember you. You're quiet.
It's not quiet on the chat. This is
Not
way
quite on
more than
chat.
I've
She's
ever
quiet-
heard her
She's
talk.
quiet at the table, and she's super solid player, which I'm not like as big fan of because I'd rather have a different table if she's around. Another person that I'm trying to avoid.
McGurk,
be
all
honest.
in. Queen, 9 of clubs from Bulgaria.
On the dealer button. Okay, see, that's a
Estes.
little aggressive, but he's on the dealer button.
Yep.
Unopened pot. Love it. Rip
Yeah.
it in.
11 bigs.
How did the
You wanna-
flag show up for Chris?
Was there a...
We registered that he was from Bulgaria
I
when
didn't-
we entered his name.
I didn't just hear the word chop, right? Because that's not even... Like, I don't even know how
There,
you facilitate that.
Talking about a last longer, I think.
Oh, got you. Friendly bet of
Register me from Germany.
over points.
Germany.
Jessica says, I've had a beer and a half, so she's getting
wasted.
chatty.
Yeah, she wasted.
I would imagine that a beer and a half for Jessica's probably a month's worth of consumption because she's probably way better behaved than myself and the rest of the crew.
Imagine that.
That is not an insult. That is
This is a 10-minute.
Beer and a half. That's what Thane's had in the last 2 minutes since the Packers lost. So
since the game ended is the same amount of beers.
Just run over me. I'll drink all day. It's like terrible.
Oh, some excitement in the room.
Guess so. Mark shipping them. Nick gets out of the way, picks up ace, queen of clubs. Very nice hand. Premium hand here, 6-handed. Premium hand pretty much any time. Mike Estes had the Jack 10. Got out of the way very quickly.
Pretty snappy fold.
Fold.
10 bigs, 11 bigs, 11 bigs, 15 and 16, 16. Oh, my Lord.
What
This
do you
is...
think? Should we roll it back to like 1 in 2,000?
We should. It's high pressure. We're playing for a 10K seat, and everyone's 16 bigs deep, just sweating bullets. I mean, maybe they're not. Maybe they're cool as a cucumber. I'd be sweating bullets.
It feels like a turbo.
But you've been playing all day, and eventually it just has to end that way, right?
I mean, 10:30. We were saying it was going to get done around midnight. We're
Oh,
pretty much
no.
right on pace for that.
Yeah, Keith Kemper did a round of Scooby Snacks, and apparently Jessica busted right before the Scooby Snack delivery happened.
Mark, ace, 7 of diamonds. We might see the... No, going to get out of there.
Okay, not making that fold. I'm be honest. I'm not good enough.
You shipping it?
Yeah, I'm what do we got? What do you have for chips? Like,
Nobody has 15 big blinds. What are you going to do when they're running around like that?
yeah, you're
I mean,
fairly
it's
late
150
position.
wheels.
Yeah,
Did the blind go up?
yeah, I'm getting some chips in there,
They're 40-80 right now.
40,
and
80, 80.
and if I get chips in there,
200 a wheel.
King 10 has to fold, or they call me and I'm ahead with my ace.
That's why I'm sitting,
Revisionary history, I understand, but
that's why I'm sitting there. I'm a day's job.
that's why the three of us are sitting here. We keep putting chips in the pot when we shouldn't.
A7 would have got two.
Yeah, it would have, because Justin's not going to call at that point. Now, King 10's going to get through. And King 10 picks it up. I mean, that's the things you have to do.
So the Scooby snack discussion is coming full circle, which is Scooby snacks are a shot. And Jessica said, I don't know what Scooby snacks are, but I'm glad I busted. I was concerned. You're fine, Jessica. Anything that Tiny will drink is tame enough. Tame enough. Maybe a beer's worth of alcohol.
Tiny doesn't drink.
As we reset our stream here, we'll just thank our sponsors one more time here. Eagle River Utility Solutions, Ambitiously Lazy, Tax Lady, Randy's University Diner, and Randy's 2, and Subway of the Park Rapids area. So thanks to all of our sponsors. We're up to 80 viewers.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
Oh, my
Can we
God.
hit 100?
The word is spreading. Oh, last night people were tuning out in droves.
Hey,
It was
after I left. Yeah.
it was a debacle.
The last two were.
I think we had 12 people in the booth,
McGurk,
Pete.
Queen Jack under the gun. That's one of those tough ones.
I don't mind that.
For my
No.
time, I get some compliments as well.
Oh, fair.
It's something that, I mean, this is the point where you can't limp in, basically.
Yeah.
Free bag of chips and.
Yeah, the limping in and seeing the flop phase has
Yep.
long gone.
That was gone a while ago.
Yep. We're now playing.
You're not even doing it from the small blind very often.
No.
And
We're
look
now
at
playing six-handed with.
Nick's
12
getting a little
picks.
create 8-4 hearts, and again, this is you're not gonna just limp in here.
No.
And
Play it, raise it.
Yep. Mark picks up a better 8 than Nick here, but
It's a fold.
What do you?
Do whatever you want, Mark. They're going in the muck. We know. They have to. And it's the right play.
getting rid of some of the blue chips to make it a little easier on the dealer there.
Steve looking to color up Mike since he went on the big run.
Yeah.
Collected all the blues.
Make it-
5K chips.
Nick was getting bored.
Yeah, if someone's out there and doesn't know, the blues are 5K, yellow chips are 25K. Those are the only 2 chips in play currently. Maybe we get some plaques in play.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Might bring some in.
Always fun.
Just for some little fun. That's why the million chip one's fun. You get plaques
It
right
is.
off the bat.
A lot of plaques floating around.
I will
Oh.
do that, Josita.
We got Pete on the hook. We'll make Pete send you one.
Oh, he's writing it down.
He's writing it. We got pad and paper out. We're writing it down, Josita. We got you covered. Mike C, Queen 3, not gonna happen. Jack or 6-5, excuse me, from Nick. Also not gonna happen from the big blind. Oh, that's a dealer.
See what Mark King 9 diamonds.
I
think
raise.
they're going in there.
I raise. Raise or rip it. One of the two. All in. Okay. Put Bulgaria to the test. Chris is like, damn it. I should have picked a better country.
Good fold there by McGurk. It's a close hand, but you definitely want to pick better than that.
Josita says thank you, and Keith is highly against plaques. Plaques are a little weird. They're fun. You can't shuffle the damn thing, so then I get
Oh,
frustrated with that. You can, but it ain't right.
Oh.
Well, it took
know,
me 4 years before I figured out tournaments have a dinner break. So like,
If
cut me some
Tiny
slack.
had 30, 40 red plaques in front of him, I don't
He
think he would hate it.
changed his opinion if Tiny had 30 or 40 reds. Yeah, I could see it. I do like the million chip challenge. It's a good tournament. It's fun.
Justin picking up ace 8 of hearts under the gun. Probably playable 6-handed here.
I think so.
He's got a million, which sounds like a lot, but it's 12 bigs.
It's so
We still
deflating.
haven't found out if we're 50 and 100 or 60 120, which is
It's gonna pop soon, right?
we've been at 40 80 for a while. I'm hoping it's 60 120, but I mean, I'm
70
hoping it's 50 100.
75, 76 viewers. Is that what was the benchmark? 70, we had
80.
70,
We just
80?
hit. Remember, we just
That's
hit 80.
My God, text your friends. We need 5 more, 6 more.
I mean, 25. I want 100.
Well, that's fine. I want to break the record. Then we'll set a new challenge.
You lost 5. You're down 75.
I know.
It's getting past people's bedtime,
It is
10:30, or they're losing the player they wanted to cheer for.
their horse is gone. Is
Correct.
a possibility.
So this is interesting for Mike. He's got the better hand, but Justin showing the aggression under the gun.
Brian Murphy messaged me, said, you guys sound too sober. We need some shots in the booth.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope. Nope.
I think that's probably the right answer.
Correct.
Oh, look at there. Joel's broke because, you know, he doesn't have any money since Minot, so he's borrowing money from Mike now.
Paying everybody back.
What in the Sam hell just happened there?
He had a.
believe it. It's seat 8. He's like, what?
What just happened?
I heard Joel had to borrow his money for his entry today. The free roll.
Yeah, the free roll.
He tipped you for the last longer?
Can you put me in for 20?
He tips you 20. That's funny.
Mike Columbus under the gun, ace
Oh.
4.
Someone else rolling out a bankroll of money. What is going on here?
Each 300 apiece. Last one.
Oh, that's what it is. Got you. The
Over to
old-
Mark. Mark folds the queen jack.
Oh, Brad
McGurk.
Posh is on point.
All of them.
Chris, Bulgaria says ace high.
Oh, no, McGurk.
Rut-row.
And Mike just folded
Oh, Mike Foley. Yeah.
And
Mikey, what are you gonna do?
and we saw Mike Columbus, I think, folded one of the aces, unfortunately. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, Chris is up against it. The Packers take the L, and Mike is taking his time here, though. Yeah. Oh, I thought we had forward motion. He's just counting it down. He's like, man, that's a chunk of my stack. That's basically your tournament life, right? 400K left.
Yeah, 1 point. I don't think he is either. I think he's going all in. I mean, there's not much separating the top
There
four
it
here.
is. All right.
All in for 1-1.
He did have Justin behind him, so it makes a little sense to take a thought about it. But yeah, you have to get
All
him in.
right. McGurk's going to need some help here.
Kool-Aid
I'm
man.
cheering for you.
Kool-Aid man, run through a wall.
He's got the cowboy killer.
Come on. Pick up some outs here at least. Ooh, we got some backdoor outs. We're
6.
going to need a 6 ball.
That's not helping.
A 4. Needs the ace.
7
Oh.
for the board. And Chris, Bulgaria
Kirk.
goes down in defeat.
Down,
Great run.
down goes the Packers.
Yeah, you're right, Jessica. He's never folding.
He's
He was
good
doing-
job, Chris.
He was doing the appropriate thing, just taking his time to work through the action, and he's never folding. But you never want to act too quickly. And
Or, maybe one thing he could be deciding on is he calling or going all in.
yep,
But
depending on who's behind him and what the stacks are. Up to 80. Up to 80.
we might lose a bunch now that McGurk's out, though.
Yeah.
He was a crowd favorite. McGurk, good buddy of mine. I always cheer for him. He's
sure.
a good poker player and fun to be with at the table. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So you know why I think he lost? I didn't see a single fireball shot go his way today. So
Well, that might be on you, Pete.
that
Now
probably
that you
is.
mention it.
I mean, I saw Jacob say buy him a fireball.
Oh
so-
my God.
And I did
Dallas
not.
DeWitt says great run, Chris. Absolutely great run.
I did not
one.
do it.
Gonna pick him up a couple seats,
Yep.
couple buy-ins.
He almost up to 2 mil. Look at that.
Yeah.
Gonna reconnect real quick here while Mike's thinking about it on the button. He's king 4 of diamonds. I see a raise in his future here on the. Yep,
1 in 5, Pete. 1 in
1 and
5.
5,
are
and
gonna
pretty
have
much
a-
everybody's in the million club right now.
1
So
in 5.
Millionaire Club now, everyone?
Mark's at 915, so he's just under. Mike Columbus with the better hand, the AC Deucey that got him in so much trouble.
Did you click to connect?
I did.
Okay. Did it flash for
We're
us? or not?
still, yeah, it did. We're still a little choppy though.
Okay.
So,
Work it out.
yeah.
Whatever you want. I'll trade a beer, but if you want to drink.
So when Mike hits his ace here, Mike Columbus, I should say, it went check on the flop. I'm kind of surprised Mike didn't continue.
What are the prizes? So Jessica Anderson asked, what are the prizes for those who don't get first? Pete, the bottom 9th place is probably like a 150 seat.
Yeah, I think it started at 150s. I'm not sure where the cutoff was. Then it started going 300s. For first is obviously the 11,000. Second is an $1,100, MSPT
type, yep.
or WSOP type of seat.
Yep.
I believe third is $200-300 buy-ins to DPT.
six.
So yeah, so we're We're kind of in the range of, they're in the 300 range right now. So, and Mike Estes makes the right laydown. He was pretty much drawn dead to, I mean, Mike Columbus fires when an ace comes. You kind of got to put him on the ace, which he was.
Back to 7.
So,
Yeah, just some discussion around the main event seat. And correct me if I'm wrong, Pete, it's non-transferable. You have the option to play it and take the $1,000 travel expenses. You also have an option to cash it out for $5,000. Kind of had this discussion before. Matt Wolf, that had it last year, says, don't ever sell it. Don't ever give it back for $5K. Play it. And Matt says, I don't care who wins it. I will buy some of that action. So Matt says the experience is too good to give away. Wade Kaiser says, nice run, McGurk. Sure was. Well done. Jessica says, thanks.
Mark,
No problem,
move him
Jessica.
in. He's technical. Oh, then blinds are
Oh.
6120.
Oh, we did the
so,
jump.
Yeah.
Jumpy jump.
Well,
There is going to be...
a call from Justin.
How many big blinds are in there now? Everybody has under 10,
Yeah,
except for E.
10, except for Mikey. Everyone's running around the 10,
We might be down to 4 players, though.
apparently.
Unless Mark can hit that
That's what he's
6.
king.
Oh,
What happened here? All in?
Mark shoved. Justin calls, and that's going to do it. Good game, Mark.
Mark, good run.
He's going to go out in 5th, and we are 4-handed
Good
now.
to see you at the tables.
Oh, Justin takes chip lead at 2.2.
Still got 2 mics in the field.
50% chance.
Can't shake them. 50% chance a mic wins the
Mike
main
and
event
Mike
seat.
show. Mike in the morning.
Oh, players looking for a little room. And the crew is good enough to switch what seat they in to make that all
I like
that all work.
fancy player today.
Colorado Rockies.
And then there were 4. Back to 80 viewers. Back to our benchmark.
Right there. That is Mike Estes. Is that correct?
Hmm?
The Colorado Rockies hoodie.
It's probably the first time
They closed the bar down?
here. Listen.
Gotcha. Yeah. For sure. Little maintenance here, getting some chip counts figured out. Blinds, the new blinds situated.
Moving around the table. Nick
Everyone-
wanted a little. Everybody was crammed on top of each other.
Heidi doesn't mind the elbow room. Long day of dealing. Thanks to Heidi for doing it. Down to 4.
Down to 4. 2.2 million. 1, 8, 1, 5, and 900.
7, 12, 15, and 18 bigs. Big boy poker.
Yep.
It is go time.
I have a feeling it's probably going to end I'm calling next level in the 8160.
8160 gonna be done.
Yep.
How the hands feeling, Pete, when you're 4-handed for a 10K seat? Little trembles, a little nervous.
Yeah, a little nervous. I made
Okay.
the final table the last 2 times.
Yep, so did I, but I didn't get to 4.
No, me neither.
Really got nervous? You're
I
so
don't
locked
know.
into this. I don't think
Well,
you're
I
nervous.
mean, 10K seat's a big deal. Real time, you don't think about it, but like sitting here, like
Here,
feel
maybe,
like
here maybe, but I don't think you feel the pressure. You're feeling the pressure not to make a mistake.
true.
I don't
Yeah,
think you're-
things like the pressure's not to make a mistake. It is a live stream. Some people do react differently to being on the live stream feature table and the whole card's exposed and yada yada. Got them yellow chips out. Look at all those. Look at all those pretty yellow chips.
So Nick's going to raise it up to 240.
Thank you, sir.
Tried to raise to like 2 something, but didn't realize the blinds were up. So it's a min raise to 240. Justin's going to make the call. With King 10, Nick was just kind of making a button move there.
Yeah, don't mind the play. You're on the button.
Nope. Nick's on the short stack here.
Sometimes you get looked up, and sometimes you flop the better hand against the better draw.
Wow, this is going to get interesting.
And you're
here.
behind.
You got 2 clubs. What are you gonna do?
Big blind checks. You
Justin
check to the
checks it. All in.
calls it
and
off.
a call.
Snap. Here we go. Roll them.
He's got 2
Roll 'em.
overs.
10K
2 overs
seats.
in the flush draw.
All in and a call.
10K seat four-handed. Roll them.
Yeah, let's see. 7. So Nick hits the straight. Gonna need to avoid the
my,
club,
it
and
does.
Nick hits it. Wow.
Nick.
I mean, he was already ahead with the 5, but that eliminated
pot.
the kings and the 10s,
Yep.
and then he just had to avoid the clubs. So wow.
Not an elimination, but Nick's going to go to, what, 1.9? Almost 2 million?
He's gonna jump a little lead.
Jump into the lead just like that. Oh, what a yeah! This is anybody's game right now. 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 8,
Oh,
and
yeah.
2 million.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I knew I saw Nick at the tables a few times, but okay. So Nick is, I got you. Nick is one of the free poker players. Kind of a good way to cut your teeth. It's not affiliated with 701, but there's some free play out there.
Is
Good way
Nick
to-
from Fargo here, or where's? Yeah.
Yeah, Fargo area.
He has my weight in front of him.
Nick Michael. Okay.
Okay.
Sells trucks. Sells Chevys.
Okay. Nick's a Chevy salesman. It's an easy gig the last couple of years. You can't keep the trucks in the lot. Maybe it's getting a little tougher recently.
Steve
Yeah,
doing some
supply.
modeling there for us.
Steve,
Modeling the new shirts.
get him another chair. Reminds me of Seinfeld, where George Costanza's on the couch. We get Steve on the couch.
Justin with 9s in the small blind.
9-9, German.
All in.
Nah, Mike's
Yeah,
got
that's
nothing.
gonna work.
Mike's like, yeah, I can't
He
do
even
nothing.
chose him. Yeah.
Can't do anything with Queen 3. You might be on a line. I still can't. I can't keep you in check. Jesus, Nicholas, all in. That made me sweaty. Go for it, Hubs. From, is it Metho? Is that the correct pronunciation? Nick is a Grand Forks guy. Okay.
Oh,
Modeling for Rydell in Grand Forks. Nick is from Forks, salesman at Rydell, plays my game once in a while. Okay.
that's Grand Forks.
Got you, Chris. Yeah, I knew I saw him around.
Got to go to Grand Forks to get your car.
Gotta get the,
Literally plays Thursday night.
oh, so maybe he travels to Fargo, play some poker. Who knows? Let's go, Mike Estes. 73 viewers. We lost 7 people.
Yeah.
Little variance.
Told ya.
A lot of variance in our game.
Well, that's McGurk fan club leaving. Chris,
The road, Jack.
Tim Jacobs called it a night. So you know,
Enough-
Chris is out. I don't care.
Enough trolling.
Correct.
Packers game's over. He's won a couple 7-1 tourneys this season. Yep. I know. I've seen him. I've seen him at some final tables.
Justin with the 2s. All
believe
in
that's,
with the 2s.
No.
This is going to be an interesting one here.
Nick.
For Mike Estes, this is Mike opened.
Justin rips
310, rips it
1.5.
with deuces.
Playing it like aces.
Gotta fold, right, Mike?
I think so.
It's too
I don't.
strong.
Yeah, I don't know how you
Too
can.
strong. Queen 10 offsuited.
And those are the don't show them. Yeah, you don't want to show that. Oh, but those are the hands you have to pick up. I mean, he picked up a lot of chips right there.
Listen, when
And
you're
boom,
playing,
just like that, 2-1. He just doubled up Nick, and now he's back to
when you're
2-1.
playing 10 big blinds deep and you can pick up 2 big blinds, when you're on the button or a different position, and there's 2 in the pot, 2.5 in the pot, yeah, it means a lot. It matters.
And you're four-handed, so it's
Yep. Timmy says, I'm still here getting paid to work while I listen to you idiots. All right. Who's Tim employed by? We need to give him some feedback on productivity. What do you think?
Call Sanford.
Call Sanford.
Any Sanford employees out there listening, call in a tech support. Get Tim Jacobs working.
We got some issues. And why do we got to be idiots? I thought we were like well in line tonight.
At least they didn't call us effing idiots or
That's
something
true.
like that. You know.
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
PG stream. Heidi looks like someone that's dealt 10 hours.
All
a
day.
lot of poker. We're gonna reconnect the stream as Nick raises it up there with
Cannot falter
10-4 from the small blind.
for the posture.
Let's see what Mike finds. 9-7 of clubs. Nick had raised it to 360. I like Nick's not taking his foot off the gas pedal here. This is you
Listen.
can't afford not to make some plays here.
Listen, I picked up a pot. Let's go.
And Mike's gonna make the call. He's gonna defend.
Big pot.
Yes, here we go.
She flops at 10.
Big pot. 840K. Winner's going to jump into the chip leader close to it.
Oh, Mike just hammers it.
Well, that simplifies
Oh, watch what?
it. Nick's going to check and get away with
Yep.
minimal damage.
Yes.
He's hoping he has an ace,
Yeah.
but he doesn't.
Do you like the all in there? Or do you want to see Nick hang himself there?
Listen, I give
No,
people.
not with the ace, not with the hearts.
No.
Nah, I give
Take it
people.
down right now.
I'll give everyone rope. If
I
I'm
might-
betting into you,
I
you're
might have
pretty
checked.
safe.
I might have checked back there. I might peel one off, let him try to hang himself. I mean, if something comes, you know.
What if he has the ace first or the king, 2 hearts? Then he's gonna come
So
out.
be it.
He's gonna call anyway. Then he's gonna call you. So, you know, he's only calling you with. And if he had the ace, he's gonna c bet it probably.
Yeah.
So, I think I might. You know, I mean, you don't want some sort of weird straight like he had Jack 10 or something to get there, but
We're back to Mike and Mike.
like, yeah.
Well,
Manfred and Sons.
it'll be
There it
true.
is.
It'll be true,
Tiny,
right?
Tiny is spot on with Jacob.
Another hour and 10 minutes. It will be Mike and Mike in the morning to get past midnight. Sanford and Sons, yeah.
We might get a walk here unless Mike gets frisky here.
Mike Williams. I don't know who I don't recognize the name. Mike Williams, 9-7 suited, grandma's hand. There's a story there somewhere.
Somewhere. I think it's Oh,
Chipped going to the pot.
Yeah, Mike's gonna raise it up,
Oh, with these
hoping
hands.
that Justin doesn't have anything, and he is correct.
And Justin doesn't.
The aggression pays off for Mike Estes.
Listen, you're in that 8 to 12 to 15 big blind zone. It's like
you got to be fighting for every chip here.
And you're-
no, he's in the zone right now.
you're four-handed. Half the time you're in the blinds. You got chips in the pot. So
he's in-
you have to battle. Whether you want to or not, you got to battle.
Since we just
Oh, 9-7 suited. Jessica, I think hoping he hit that ace and put him on a flush draw, maybe. Yeah, true.
hello.
That Nick would put Mike on a flush draw, I mean. Hand 133. What's going on? Mike Williams is a stud. RPT stud. Jessica, thank you. That is caught up in chat. Where are we at here? Nick, ace 5 folds?
Fold over to Justin in the small blind against Mike Columbus is big. Well, Mike's gonna have the reputation of being the tightest player here, so Justin gonna try to limp and get away with it, but Mike picks up a big hand all in. Justin's like, why did I do that?
It's the right play, though.
Should have saved, yeah.
It doesn't always work, but yeah.
I mean, it's good for Justin that he did rip it into him.
Yep.
You know, because he's gonna call there.
Yep.
Right.
Down to 4.
Like I'll chop up the main event seat and I'll go play like one 2 hour level, 1 2 hour level. You know,
Maybe.
I don't know if they let you do that in the main.
I don't see it, but you know, you can ask. You can ask. Nick and Mike have been playing together all day. Some history. Okay.
Nick and Mike. Is Jessica here?
Yeah, she was. She was.
Hmm?
I wanna say-
Jessica was Steve's pick to win it all today. That's who
Like,
Steve picked.
Where
Yeah.
at the start of the day?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. How did she do? How far did she
You
get?
guys pick
I
first?
think she made about halfway. I
Okay.
mean, I'm not. Steve was cheering for a woman to make a deep run, and
So
be
4
nice
hours.
to have some. Cindy was the longest.
4 hours longer than I made it. Is
Yep.
what you're saying? Okay.
Was there an office pool? We had to pick
There was no
not. There
office
was
bill,
not.
no. So let's see, we got 3 million, 4.4, 6.5 if you add them all up, rounded up. So, Jess, is he done
Is
being
he
mad?
done? We talking about Steve or?
Yeah, she knocked out Steve up.
Oh.
Or took. I don't know if she knocked him out or just took most of his chips. 5s against Steve's aces up in Devil's Lake.
Oh,
so.
got you. Yeah, Steve doesn't.
Are we picking a horse for?
I can't imagine Steve holds a grudge. My 5-eye versus ace last week. Yeah, okay. That's what Pete was saying. I'm excited. I want to lose 2 players. I want to see a heads-up battle. I want to see who's got the gusto to
Wow.
get after it heads up.
Nick folding a king heads up.
Small blind. Just walk.
Yeah.
Just Mike the walk.
Yeah.
Mike's got all the chips. It's dangerous, right?
Well, he's not gonna like that when he watches it.
No.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah.
Well, I mean,
A little frisky,
Yeah.
but nothing.
The actual hands. Yeah. No, agreed.
The king is the new ace when you're four-handed.
Oh, Jessica said she didn't knock him out. She knocked him up. Was Nate Keithert's response. He still outlasted me. Jessica, you're a beast. I saw Mike and wondered where you were. Glad I can root for Mike Estes at least. Jessica says, haha. Mike at the final table is the next best thing to me being there. It's true. It's not the next best. What if you're both there? There's a third option.
Nick's going to rip it here, I think. Yep, all in. Mike.
1.4 milli. We're betting
Go ahead and
millis
see
now.
what Justice 7 do. So all that
That's 300K a wheel.
yeah, it's a lot.
300K.
It's always fun, Pete, when you get to the point in the tournament when you can bet 1 million chips and
Yep.
it's actually like a reasonable bet, like 1 million.
1 million.
What is the most you've ever had?
Well, it doesn't count because it's a Harwood million chip challenge, right? So
The start of the billion chip challenge is the most he's ever had.
So I chopped that one 2 years ago, and me and Eric Kimball had what 40 million each or something stupid. But that's, I mean, it's a different barometer, right? Really close. Left field, yes, that's best. Josita says really close. I think I lost the conversation there in the reference to. She'll explain it to me. She'll put me back in line.
Fold around to the blinds here.
Justin
Justin all in, rip it in, queen 5.
Yeah, Mike can't do nothing.
Well, last time he limped in on the small blind, and Mike ripped it on him. So he's just essentially trying to beat him to the pot. I mean, Mike is the tightest player here, so they're trying to take advantage of that. Now Mike's been loosening up his game, but you really got to open it up right here, and that's what I was worried about. We talked about Mike can hang in there for a long time, but these blinds and stuff are going to eat him up. He's got to make some moves.
Here we go. Four-handed. We're four-handed.
Here we are.
There you go. And then we get the jitters. Perfect timing. Perfect timing, Pete. Pete, should we hit it now or wait?
We're gonna wait for a second. There's not that many hands, so.
Fair.
All right, go for it. Mike's gonna.
Quick reset. Hopefully a quick reset.
10-9 of clubs for Mike under the gun. That's definitely playable four-handed here.
Mike just limp?
No, nobody.
No, he's small bet. I'm sorry, the other Mike. All right, I got. Of course, the Mike situation is
making
finally.
it 310.
Got it.
Folds for Justin.
Yes, so they're really close in chip stacks. Yeah, for sure.
Mike Columbus gets out of the way. Kings for Nick.
Oh my.
All in.
Oh my.
And Mike will get away. Mike will get away from this. I don't think he's putting him in with 9-10.
What did Mike raised?
310
to 310. Has 1.8 behind. Yeah, I think it's a fold. What's Nick ripping?
1.6 million. So
only 10. No, it's only 13 bigs, 12, 13 bigs, but still, like everyone's. That's a whole stack.
That's everybody.
That's everyone's that deep, right? So it's like you can't. Yeah, I don't think you can call here. I mean, you can dance if you want to, but
I think this was a part of the section.
and chip stacks. Just, this is not a quick decision. Mike's gonna think it through.
Is he caught, Nick?
Don't blame him. I mean, we obviously can see the car. What was that? Is this the look? Is this the look back fold?
Yeah.
The standard look back fold?
See if they got better.
It is the standard look back fold.
And that, I think, is going to give Nick the chip lead now all of a sudden.
He's folding. Jessica said he's folding, but he's going to take his time doing it. Yeah, I'm on that third beer, a little mouthy. Jessica's, don't mind me. No worries, Jessica. If anyone's familiar with getting out of line, I will give you plenty of leeway.
And just like that, Nick over 2 million. So Mike getting on the short stack again. Every orbit here is just a killer.
Yeah.
300K.
Wasn't that long ago, Mike just shot to the top of the chip stacks, and it doesn't take long. You
Steve's
fold
in the
some-
booth. Steve, we want to roll
some-
these blinds back to like 1 in 2,000.
We want more
How
action,
about that?
Steve. Can we go back a few blind levels? No? Steve's like, I want to go home.
Justin picks up 6s under the gun.
Justin.
He's ripping it. Doesn't have to. 1-7. I mean, he can make it 300.
He can. He's got a little room to play with.
There it is. 300.
Sixes don't like a lot of flops. I don't have a 6, so.
Last time we said that, guess what it came?
Flop
6. That was against Thane.
It was
Really?
against-
You got to rub it in again? The 6 is
My
on his
bad,
ace
Thane.
king.
I apologize, Thane. I need some brisket.
That
please.
king on the turn. That was a brutal one.
Just went dumb.
All the baby pygmies. I love you all. Mike.
Mike's gonna
Calls the
call.
180. We're gonna go to flop. King 3, 6, 6. Heidi says.
Oh,
Oof.
just
Pair.
hammers it.
Big overcard. Justin, get away from it.
Yeah, you get put,
It's a little dicey with the 2 diamond board. You can put them on a flush draw. 3-4 probably doesn't factor in for a straight
No,
draw.
you're just trying to figure out, did he hit the king?
Right.
Or is he just trying to beat me into the pot?
Yep. Like, can he have a flush draw here and I'm ahead?
And a call?
oh my God.
Wow.
Big call. Wow, big call.
Huge. Huge.
Let's see what we got. Oh my God!
Jesus.
Oh my God, a 6.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Wow. And Mike E is eliminated on
Oh, holy
that. On
cow.
the heels of that.
Mike sets him up perfectly, gets him to call. He's only got a 6s or
Brutal.
backdoor straight
Brutal.
draws.
When he saw the king 3, he goes, I would really appreciate you dealing a 6.
My
Wow.
Lord, Pete, you get down
Oh
to
my-
you get down to 4-handed playing for an 11K prize package,
Justin with
and
the-
it's just devastating.
Oh my gosh.
He had
Devastating.
him covered. So he's
Nugget. He's trying to walk it off, but you ain't gonna walk it off for a few hours, buddy. You're gonna have to put your head in the pillow and find a way to get some sleeps. And
I mean,
My
no
lucky chips are in that pot.
jeez,
no
Louise.
discredit to the other players at this table, but I would have probably put my 4-handed here. I was probably put my money on Mike Estes here.
Yeah.
So he's got probably the most complete game. I mean, there's no knock to the other players. They're all, from what I've seen here, very good players. But Mike Estes definitely had it going today, and he needed to avoid bad runouts and
Right.
stuff like that. So
Jessica,
I was just gonna say, because I thought he might fold there. I was gonna say
I thought he might.
I thought Mike. I was like, oh, I would check here and then check jam on him. You know, like you want him to commit
He
some
would
chips.
have just check jammed into the nizzles.
Outer.
2 outer. He had running straight cards. That's gonna come like 4% of the time. He's got 2 6s with 2 cards to go. That's gonna come 10. So he's probably 11%, 9-1 dog. And now Justin.
Jessica's sad. Said she'll go back to be the quietest person next week. And then
Sorry, Jessica.
I believe that
Sorry,
must have
Mike.
been the hand. Wow,
Hey.
gross.
Some mistake.
Aaron says I haven't seen anything dirty since Kramer was dealing to himself. I did deal some coolers to myself today, which was Amazing.
Wow.
Words can't explain. Nice run, Mike.
Good job, Mike. He's going to go out
buddy.
in 4th place here.
Absolutely.
Justin picking up the half the chips in play now,
Great
3.2
job.
million.
Great job. That's how it's going to have to end, though. I mean, he's a tough out.
We're at 80-60.
Oof.
81-6. I said it was going to end at this level, basically.
Jessica is totally sad. My money is always on Mike. Yeah. No, he made a great run. Played great, made a great run, got his money in. Just couldn't fade.
Justin all in, king, queen. Nick had raised from the button, queen 4, trying to steal it. Justin picks up another big hand, and he's going to take that down to get richer. Look at that.
Are we
4
in,
million.
Are we in commanding chip lead? Is that the territory we're in? We got to make a little bit more, and then we command.
Nick, if Nick doubles through him though, Nick's at 3.2 and Justin's at 2.4. So that's
battle's
not
on.
commanding. Yeah,
That's
I
true.
mean, that's what you're looking for is a double up. I mean, if Mike Columbus gets a double up through Justin, that's 1 million chips. Justin's down to 3, Mike's up to 2, and now we got a game again. 1, 5, 2, and 3. I mean,
Agreed.
so
Agreed.
but this is where Mike's got to try to change his game up here a little bit.
Yeah, Mike's gonna have to open up his range a little bit.
Yep.
He's
Now he may ladder up to the $1,100 seat. That.
listen.
It wasn't going to take. And
Mike's solid style has got him in the top 3.
Nick ships it 9-10. Mike.
We just
Now
wanna
this is a tough one here. Is the ace good enough? This is where Mike's game. Nick has been doing it, shipping it pretty loose. I mean, he's been
Mike's thinking.
raise folding quite a bit. This is, and he makes the call. Great call, Mike. Now let's see if it's going to work out for you. This is putting Mike all in and at risk, looking for the double up here. 6, 7, 6. Nick picks up a gutter ball or a 9 or 10. An 8. Oh my God! Nick nails the straight
No, Mikey
on
goes
the turn, and
down.
Mike is eliminated. Wow.
Wow.
Look at that fancy chip there.
I mean, that sets up a battle. Yes, Thane is talking about.
And we are heads up. Great tournament, Mike. Mike was pretty much the shortest stack coming into the final table. Picks up that triple up earlier with Ace Jack, and that sets us up for a heads up match between Justin and Nick.
Should be. We were sitting here 2.5 hours ago talking about how Mike had 3 bigs.
Yep. So.
And just runs it up. Great tournament. Great tournament, Mike.
Thanks for the comment.
Always fun to play with.
They're going to take a quick little break here.
My money, thanks for the commentary, Jason and Pete.
Thanks. Who is that?
That is from Brad Posh.
Wow, Brad handing out a compliment
Tough
to
to
me.
get a compliment on a Brad.
I know.
So like, I frame that one up.
They're going to probably maybe verify these chip counts. They're taking a quick breather since they haven't had a break on the whole final table. So
Dallas says, good run, Mike.
never know. They might be talking a little piece of action for hey, you win the main event seat, I'm going to get a little of your action. You win it, I get
Yep.
some. I mean those are the type of things you can't chop the seat, but you can do a little action swap. That's always encouraged, and it leaves you, if you finish in second place, it leaves you with a little hope that you're
Something.
cheering for the guy that knocks you out. So
100% right, Bernice. Great run by Mike. You should be proud of him. Cody Otterson also says, nice work, Mike. Yeah.
Cody, hey Cody.
Can't argue with any of that. I played.
I haven't seen Cody around for a while. Cody, you got to get back out playing some tournaments.
Yeah, Cody, where you at?
He's in Montana.
Well,
He lives in Montana?
You can drive.
Yeah, he's in Missouri. It's on the
That's
top
not
of
that
the
far of a
For a while.
drive.
Cody's
Come
been
on.
out there for a while, right? Montana.
Yeah, we ran a
couple years.
He was in on the household MSPT tournament.
Okay. Yeah, Mike, good run. Played a lot of hands with Mike. He's at almost every tournament.
He was in Toledo.
Played a ton of hands with Mike. Always fun.
Hey,
And
hey.
Cody says, hey to Thane. Thane says a YOLO. Little quick break. Is that what we're doing here? You gonna stop the stream, Pete, or we just gonna keep rolling?
We're just going to keep going. They could
Okay.
come back at any time here, pretty much, and they might already be back. We don't know
just
what's
saw
going
them
on.
tonight.
This is 10 minutes ago here.
Gotcha.
So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to run a Randy's commercial real quick.
Don't hate it.
I don't
All
either
the
because I'm
sponsors.
hungry. So
I am hungry. I don't think they'll deliver, Pete. It's a little late for them.
let's run the old Randy's
A
commercial.
little past Randy's open, but you know. We can dream. Maybe tomorrow.
Hey,
Coffee
it's not that far to for
the
breakfast.
wraparound?
Yeah, the wraparound breakfast. What time do they open? 5?
6,
Whoa.
5, 6.
Come on, Craig.
good with
What are you
that.
doing?
I do that every time.
Stepping on the mic cord here.
Everyone calm down.
There we go. And I think I see him walking back in here.
So we got. Oh. All right, I'll be quick. I'll be right back.
Do you know? Go get Justin's last name. I don't even know.
Justin's last name?
Yes. Ask somebody that. I don't, and we don't want to know what's going on out there. You might see already what happens, but I want Justin's last name. I can't congratulate either one of them. All right, and we are back. The guys are sitting back down here. I took a quick bathroom break, maybe called a friend. Mike, congrats, 701. Great ending of a great year. Hey, this has been a fantastic final table. Bunch of good guys on this table. I mean, the field today, I mean, this is our free roll, and it's for a great seat, but I mean, obviously all the players that come play all the big events are going to be part of the field here. So this was a super tough field. Every table had tough players on it. It was a minefield out there today. So we are going heads up between Justin Cole and Nick Michael for an 11K seat. Second place going to get a 1100 MSPT seat here. So they are, I mean, it's very top heavy. It is a free roll. Yeah, no, it's
by design.
Hey, look at Justin. Ace 10, first hand. Nick, 3 deuce. Tim Jacobs' favorite hand if he's still out there.
Mike Loveless in the chat.
Tim's saying get him in there.
Congrats.
Yep, no,
701,
saw that.
Great ending, the great year. Mike, one of
way
my
behind.
favorite people in the world.
Mike, one of the better poker players in mid-central Minnesota, puts on some great poker parties at his place, and a just all-around good guy. So definitely was good to see him up here. I know he can't get to as many tournaments as he would like to, but
They're messing with us now, Pete. Mick Nichols.
Nick Nichols?
Nick Michaels?
Nick.
I think, yeah.
And Nick this time.
We don't have enough struggle. They're
King,
mess with us.
Queen of Diamonds. So I mean, they're getting hands heads up here.
Big hands. Oh,
Just at Ace 10. Guess what?
good lord.
We might see our all in a call hand. Ace 10 against King Queen. Second hand a heads up play, and they get these
Moses.
monsters here. And Justin needs to have his Ace 10 hold. And oh my God, Nick just flops the nuts.
Joint.
The joint.
No spade redraw.
No spade redraw, and
Drawn
Nick's
dead.
going to double through just like that, and they're going to flip spots basically here.
Wow.
Oh my God. Justin with the
Big hand.
seat, he gets it in good. He needs it to hold, and he's got the 11K seat, and bam, Jack 10-9. Just
Wow.
nails it. I mean, Justin, you remember the 6 a little bit ago?
Regression. Back to the mean.
Holy cow.
Heidi's going to count this down to get the accurate chip count.
Wow.
Riley Quinn says, let's ride.
That is huge.
You're right, Riley.
Nick Michael with the chip lead now. So now it looks like we are 174 to Nick's 474. So
Flip-flop.
yep, flip-flop basically. It was just 4 to 2.6 basically. There's like 6-6 in play. 6-5, something like that. Yeah, almost exactly 6-5.
4.7 to 1.0.
Never good to get it all in these. It's always tough, Nate.
All right, we're going to reconnect the stream here so we don't miss any action here. So we should be good. You know, remember when I called 80-160 we're going to finish at? Looks like we are we are almost true to the word right there. So now, I mean, you got to open up your range. You're half, I mean, you're half into the pot every time. First to act on you're in for 80K on the button.
Big
so
blind ante goes away. Heads up, Pete. Is that true or false?
400K.
I don't believe so because I see money in the middle.
Okay. Some
Some
tournament
tournaments
series do. Some
I,
don't.
I'm never here at the end. So,
Nick.
It's fair. That's fair.
jeez, and Nick just
Big cards.
Justin's not even done counting his raise out there. And disgustedly throws it down. He was just trying to pick up trying to raise it up. Get the chips in first,
Like, really?
basically.
You're just over the top right away? Okay.
He's loving my plate right now.
Jordan Thompson says take him down. Go for the kill shot, says Jordan. Jordan's a Nick fan, I assume.
Here's the deal.
Mhm.
He still has 1.4.
I mean,
He doubles up one time.
Doesn't take much. You're always in the game. Heads up.
Always in
As long as you have a third
Nick,
of what the other guy has.
10-8 on the button here.
Nick just going to put the pressure on, just full court press.
I'm not sure. This is interesting. I mean, what do you do? I mean, I think.
All in a call.
Wow, and Justin's in good shape this time. He's got him
Got him in good.
dominated. He needs to hold again to get the double up.
Fade the
Oh, and 3 diamonds Heidi puts out
fade
there.
a 10 or a diamond.
A fade
right?
a 10 or a diamond for Nick.
Oh,
He
double
does
up.
it.
Double up.
We
Not-
can't even call out the outs fast enough.
Not
Heidi's
so-
like,
Heidi's ripping them off.
Heidi's wanting to get home
Not so
here.
fast. Not today. We're still in it.
And
Chuck,
we
Chuck.
play on. Here we go.
Chuck, one of our sponsors in the chat, Chuck Stahl from Ambitiously Lazy, says good luck, Nick.
And here we are, 2-7-3-8. So now we're
2-7 doubles up again, and he's crippled.
Yep. Shout out to Chuck. And his sponsorship
Chuck
from
Chuck the truck.
He is a bit of a truck. He runs over some people at the poker table too. Him and his partner in crime did pretty well today, or he won the free roll that they did for the sponsors, and he got to play today, so that was exciting. Got a nice shot of someone's big head. Is that Eric Crystal? Back at Eric Crystal's head, maybe?
Yep.
Maybe not. Oh, maybe.
There. Getting the double up taken care of here.
Time for the plaques, Pete. Too much counting.
Yep.
Break out the plaques. Let's go. Chuck also wants to say same to Justin. He didn't want to pick sides. He said, good luck to Nick and same to Justin. This is pretty cool. Good job, 701.
And we're
Jordan
at
Thompson. Appreciate that, Jordan.
3-8 to basically 2-6 right now. So I mean, it's now they actually got a little play right now that they're that even. So
They finally evened out. So yeah, now it's going to be.
it doesn't have to be all in, all in. I mean, you don't got a ton of play. I am going to guess that they probably exchanged a little action. I mean, that's what I would have done.
Listen, I ain't going to say, but I certainly would have. It's fun to have a little sweat, even if you don't have it, whether it's 5%, 10%, a little something,
Justin calls and Nick checks. Hey, see, look, I said you got a little play here now, and
now we're playing.
I mean, they actually have
see a
pretty
flop?
terrible hands, but this is normally what you get. Heads up.
See a flop, and first one, Justin's gonna go. Okay, yep. Justin.
Nick checks it. Justin's should bet something here. You want to bet it when you got, a pair here. You'd like to just end it here.
Yeah, it ain't no king, but it's good enough, and that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah. And guess what? They get closer. Look at that. 3 million, 3.48. So we got, if those counts are right, we got 6.48 million in play right now.
They can't be. What? So you were way off. You guessed what? 6.5?
I guess 6.4.
Oh God.
Earlier.
Pete, get it together.
I know.
Come on, man. Aggression frequency. Looked like 36% for Nick, I think, if I read that correctly.
That was my 160 players times 40,000 was my average stack
so
is
you
what we
just
tried to
averaged it
figure
out.
out.
I
Yeah.
got you. Way in the ballpark. We got some hands in here now, finally. I mean, VPIP is kind of obscure now
Nick,
because they're playing
King
heads up.
10 of hearts on the button. I mean, he's going to come in with a raise. I don't know if it's going to be all in. I mean, he's got 21 bigs now. So,
can
I
make
mean,
a
there are
raise.
21 bigs and
You don't have to rip it in.
18 bigs.
can
You
make a
don't
raise.
have to rip it in every hand here.
Justin with
And
another
Justin suited king as well. Don't do it, Justin. Don't rip.
king. I don't
Don't
see it.
rip. You're going to get called.
Yeah, you're not getting away.
He's gonna call.
He's like, what time is it? And I put my hat on backwards. I think better this way.
I think he's probably going to call at least.
Oh, for sure he's calling. Suited king.
I don't think he's going all in anymore.
No, he's taking too long.
Yep.
Kind
He-
of like
he might have.
the timing thing that we talked about
Oh,
earlier.
never mind.
Okay,
All of them.
That's
That was
why-
a little bit of a show.
that's why we're announcing.
I don't think Nick's going to get away from this. I think he's going to have to call King 10 heads up suited. And if he can make this call, he's going to be a 70-30 favorite here.
I'm going the other way. You fold, Pete.
You think he's going to fold,
Yeah,
huh?
he
You
folds.
think the little show he put on?
Yep.
Put him on it. Oh, look at you.
Oh, that's me. I was asking for a last name, and I asked the wrong guy, and then I got the right guy. I solved it, Pete. Come on. And
Would you just go tell him to fold? I'm
you
just-
have to fold. You have to fold. That's what I said. You're crushing. You have to fold.
Justin gets him to lay down the better hand, and guess what? They flip-flop stacks, 3, 5, and 3.
What's that?
It's kind of weird you slipped out there on there in a degree all that moment.
I didn't know the action at the time, so. Now Steve's gonna clean up the chip stacks.
Bring out the plaques.
I mean, you can say call there with King 10, but like, you have to realize you're playing heads up, 10K seat, a lot of pressure. King 10 shrinks up. Someone rips it in your face. King 10
That's
shrinks up.
especially with the little acting, you know, you
there
did
was-
kind of.
there was a little Hollywood.
It did.
There was a little Hollywood there, which I can appreciate. I like to be the first guy in the pot, right? So like, I hate calling off my chips. I'll get them in behind, but I hate calling them off behind. It's kind of
I'll agree with
the
you.
way I feel. So in that spot, at some point you're gonna be
Feed
calling
him into
those.
the pot.
Yep.
Give him credit for an ace
Justin gonna limp with the 6-3 of hearts and gets a check from Nick. So we're gonna
Two
see who
regs.
wants to play
Six.
post flop here. Justin hits the 6. Nick with the gutter ball here. Gutter ball and an over to the 6 here. Not sure that.
Justin's gonna lead here, or bet. Sorry, not lead. 175K, 75.
No, 325.
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong chips. Yeah, 375 correlates to 300.
Nick gonna look him up and try to get sneaky and hit that 7.
Yeesh, I don't like it. Okay.
He's gonna. He's got the 8 and the 7s. He doesn't want to hit his 5. That's so not much help there. He's gonna check. I think that's gonna have Justin check back. No.
Next call gonna slow you down, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You're gonna check back.
Like, okay, maybe he does have
And
something.
the 10. I mean, the 10 shouldn't scare either player. I mean. Oh, is Nick gonna? Nick's
Nick's
gonna
gonna
load
represent
up
the 10.
and represent. I mean, that's the only way Nick can win this hand is firing at it.
Like it.
That's
Oh.
believable because it adds up.
Well, he called with a bad 10.
Just
And
oh, no.
what happened?
Went to
What
showdown?
happened? And he calls. Good call by Justin. It
Wow.
did not add up. Did you reset us here?
I did.
Okay.
Did it add up?
I was hoping. Well, I mean, he didn't lead with the 10, and he check calls. Then he again doesn't check, and then he starts to lead once the second 10. I mean, it just seems. I think Justin's, if you can hear him, he's saying it just sounded fishy. You know, he can't like his kicker on his 6. I mean, that's the only thing. But I think
Has him 2 to 1.
I probably figure the 6 he's going to check it again.
Does he ever 10 he's not leading?
Correct.
No,
So
not usually, right? So yeah, if you play back the hand and work through it, like you can come to that conclusion. Still have to pull the trigger.
Yep.
Still have to pull the trigger.
Nick fired. I mean, that's the only way he was going to win the hand. So I give Nick credit there.
Right screen.
9-3.
Says Nick never backs down like that. Must have been the show. Super bummed. Jessica says, super bummed. Thanks for the commentating and for humoring me. You guys are the great. Appreciate that, Jessica.
And Steve says he's still mad at you, though, Jessica. So as he walks away laughing.
Yep, he left. He's gone.
He thinks with those chips he could have won that tournament. So.
Yeah, would have run all the way to the finish line. Easy. Coasted. Right? Justin with an ace. Ace heads up. Strong card.
Definitely coming in with a raise. Not sure if he's going to rip it or not. What are we at? 4, 6, and 1, 3. Could just rip it.
Max pressure?
Yeah, well, I mean, because your raise, do you want to get pushed off and have to make that decision?
You got the chips. Put the max pressure
Oh,
on.
limp. Maybe thinking he's
Sneaky.
going to rip it and then call?
Sneaky. And everyone
He does have
whiffs.
he does have position on him. Justin, come on, you got to fire this here. If you want to take it down, he gave you the opening.
Yeah, he gave you the invite, right?
Check. Okay.
Give him a chance to hit something. And he doesn't.
No.
Gutter ball.
Gutter ball. Next play on the board right now. Justin, I mean, right now, ace high just might be good. I mean, maybe you're going for showdown, but
But at this point, like, Justin's checked it back to you twice. Do you just, like,
Nick's checked it back to you. Yeah, Nick, when Nick checks to you,
yeah.
and Nick's got to fold unless he's going to try to get creative here, but I think you pick a better spot. You know, I mean, you got.
Snap fold.
Yeah.
10 also. She didn't know.
Jessica says, sorry, Steve.
Look how sad he looks in the picture, Steve. Or Jessica.
Jessica. Look at him. Steve's just lamenting. If I only had aces hold.
Eric's asleep.
He might be asleep.
I think he was looking at his phone, actually, but it looked like he was sleeping.
I think he's asleep.
Little nappy time.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
It has.
Beware of the sharks. All right.
Nick 5-7. That might be rippable right there. 1.3.
Suited, connected,
All in.
You connected?
No.
connectable.
Okay to call?
Completes and then rips.
Ships the placard.
10-7.
Ships it. Yeah, you can't call
It's
that.
a fold.
No, I don't think so. He's gonna lay her down.
Obviously.
I mean, if this was
dominating.
RPT, he'd be calling it. The old 10-7.
Can't fold 10-7.
Which I think it's funny that that's their hand, and then we're the 7-0-1, which is the 10-7 backwards, basically. Oh, look at maybe something happens. Look at he's got no more chips left.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he's back.
There he is.
He's back.
Oh, quick end it out. Small win.
Getting late.
Seven.
Viewership's dropping, Pete. Viewership's dropping. People got to work in the morning.
Nick up us up one more.
11:30. Yeah. We're still at the 81-6. They might have froze these blinds. I don't know.
I have an old exit to walk home in. I'm going to freeze to death, Pete. Man. Should have thought about that.
No. You can't drink them fast enough.
I know.
Justin
strong
6-3. I think right here. I probably just dump this. I don't want to give him any more chips at all. I might just dump it
Nope.
because
I
he's
got a big
getting
enough lead. I ain't trying to make him
right.
have any bullets to fire back at me.
Oof.
And that's why we're in the commentator booth.
And guess what? Here they
Rip.
come. Yeah, look how fast.
Yep.
See, that's why I just dumped that hand.
Yep.
He's getting so short that he's gonna rip it on anything. I mean, plus with a garbage hand like that, yeah, I probably lay that one down. But guess what? He's heads up for an 11K seed, and we are
We
not.
are not. Matt, I figure that's your.
Your.
Hey yo. How you doing tonight, Matt? I think Jessica checked out on us finally.
Yep. 9-7 of clubs for Nick. Guess what?
button.
They're going in. Yep.
He's not doing what
And
we said.
call, okay.
And once again,
Once again, we're wrong.
That's why we're in the booth.
He was setting Justin up because they're sharing the 9, and
Yeah,
he
you
knew it was
knew.
going to be a 9 on the flop, right?
Bottom pair, though.
Versus, yeah, bottom pair.
Damage shouldn't be too bad here. Maybe a bet and a call, and then
Justin checks it. Nick's got the bottom pair, backdoor, straight and flush draws.
I mean, we know Nick's in great shape, but he doesn't. So that's
Correct.
a great bet. I mean, he's got bottom pair, and he's like, "Are you gonna check it to me? I have a pair. Let's go."
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is that an
All in. Wow, this is max pressure.
Wow, Justin, nice play.
I
don't know-
mean-
I don't know if it works, but nice play.
It's tough
Just
because
puts
Justin
the
has bottom
screws to him.
pair.
Yep,
Wow, good bet, Justin.
it's just bottom pair.
Yeah.
I love the open.
Don't.
Really love the jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
I
fold.
was like, this might work against Justin.
Yeah.
And no, Justin went the other way. He's like, I'm taking this down. And I don't know if Justin's got a read on him or what.
Well played. Well played.
I think they were talking about that they had both had the 9, which I would not be sharing that information right now.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Level 2, sure. We can joke around. I'll show you my hand. Heads up for 10K seat. Yeah, lip sealed.
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
Eric's awake again. Good
There,
news.
yeah.
He's back.
Told you he was looking at his phone.
Certainly is. Justin, Queen 7 on the button. 8 call.
All of
goes
them.
All in for 5.2. So Justin's just
9.5,
going
nope.
max pressure, which is a valid.
Yep. Now we're at 1 million to 5.5. So
Listen,
Nick's.
your opponent's got 6 bigs. I'm just gonna keep turning the screw until you double up, right? Still no plaques, Pete. A little disappointed. No plaques.
For now, forever.
I mean, look at the excitement. Eric can barely contain himself.
Correct. Nick picking up suited king on the button. Think they're going in there. And what is Justin going to wake up? 6-4 offsuit? Probably not going to come along. As counts it out and thinks about it, we're
gonna assume Pete's right. Do a little reset quick.
yep. I mean,
Pete's
Justin,
wrong.
Justin's got to think about it a little bit. You know, any chance to knock him out, but I don't think he's going to find a fold here. He's got a pretty wide range. Nick does shoving there, but you can't. You know, it's a min raise, then you could probably find
Listen, you got a death grip on it. You're not trying to give any chips away.
one. Uh-oh. I was wrong. 1 and 2K. We bring up plaque.
Oh, it's close.
We're just playing all yellow chips now.
Just going straight yellow. 100.
Plaques,
200.
Steve. Plaques.
I'm gonna lobby to have the big blind Annie go away 3-handed. I think that's a good play. That's my official stance on that.
Oh. Yeah.
It gets
I'm
too
all in too. Maybe on the final table.
It gets too swingy. It gets too swingy heads up, or 3-handed or 4-handed. That's just my opinion.
Well, and I know some places do it. We can certainly talk about it. I don't remember. I don't know what certain tours do, but hey.
Yeah, some research would be good to.
Uh-oh.
Maybe
Justin,
six-
don't put a chip in again here, Justin.
Maybe 600.
Don't put a chip in.
All in? Is that what he said? Did I read lips? Call.
said call.
He said call. Going to a flop. Exciting. 10-6, 4 deuce. Comes. Bottom pair. Like, yeah.
the 10.
Someone hits a pair, but it's bottom
There it
pair.
is. There's the fight.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Simple.
Pick it up.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, I would have rather had Justin just fold that pre-flop. I mean, you're trying not to give him any chips at all.
Like,
And
you're
you're
playing
just-
a large percent of your range, but that's at the bottom.
Yeah.
Look at this.
VPIP,
I mean,
pretty insignificant at this point. It's tough to garnish any useful
Justin
information.
Justin's been pretty spot on with a lot of his other plays.
Dane's
and
asking about VPIP, and that VPIP's voluntarily put in the pot. So anytime you commit chips to a pot in which you're not in the small or big blind, that counts towards a check mark on the VPIP side. So any hand that you actually put chips in there where you weren't forced into it, that goes.
So like
that
completing
goes towards,
from the small though is.
Yep,
yes.
that counts.
Yep.
Because you put chips in.
7-9 hearts for Nick.
Which is a really good stat when you have a full ring. Heads up.
Doesn't. Yep.
It's like everyone's putting chips in.
All
right?
of them. Justin.
There you go, Pete.
Flat-
Jack 4.
Flat tire.
Jack 4. I think the. I don't know. My cutoff is like queen high.
I mean, he's ahead.
Jack
but
high is just a tiny bit too weak. Zach says, I tried to get Nick to go ice fishing with me today. He said he would, but had to win a poker tournament instead. Let's go, Nick. Cody says, dump the ante. Discussion to be had. Jordan Thompson, let's go.
Looks like we got a meeting of the minds in the background.
A meeting of something.
The meeting of the blue jeans.
The blue jeans. We got a Levi commercial going on back there. Let's get some sponsorship money, Pete. Look at all the Yeller chips.
6-7. That's much more playable than the 2-4 and the 6-3 here.
Yep.
I mean, I know you pretty much say they play. I mean, I'm not the heads up expert or anything. They pretty much everything is playable, but
right.
All in 6-7. Now he's putting the same. Look at Jack,
Jack
4 again.
Jeez Louise.
Basically his hands were
We
just
can't
reversed.
get enough Jack 4.
Love me some flat tire action.
Jordan
there, huh?
says Nick is crawling back. He sure is. He's trying. Something's gonna get ugly here real quick.
It's me taking my shoes off. That's what it is. That could get ugly.
That could get
quickly.
ugly. You and me both. Heidi. Firing up another hand.
Still out there dealing.
Heidi, the women, the duo.
Come on, next hand there, Leah. Wake up.
Hey, Leah, it's late, but
there we go.
Okay, it's late. We understand. Michael
Look,
said,
she was half asleep over there.
What? Oh yeah, no, we're good. And Heidi's looking
Okay.
at her. Heidi's like, really? There's 2 players. Come on, Heidi.
Heidi's looking at the screen to see. She's yeah.
She knows. She's like, hey. Leah's on Naparooney time. 7-5 on the button.
I think she's checked out.
Michael.
All in for Nick. 7-5. Man, they're timing these though. I mean, they're not picking up.
Just
unlike the second hand of the tournament, they King Queen Ace 10, bam, all in. Now the all-ins they've definitely been timing them correctly.
Yeah, just complete trash. Someone moves in, the other player has just absolutely nothing.
They've been moving in what's the last 3 we've seen? 9 high, 7 high, 7 high.
Yep.
And the other players have been ahead each time, but haven't found the.
But you're still in the bottom.
Haven't found
10
the calls.
to 15, 20% of your range. You just can't call it off there. Hand 154, Pete.
Getting there. We're getting there.
Queen 6, Justin. Where are we going here? All in again? The old one chip. Nick, Jack Deuce. Jeez, again. Just wakes up in the bottom end of his range. It's like I can't do anything with Jack Deuce. Can't blame him. You have 8 bigs. You hate to fold, but my lord.
But yeah, you got to. I mean, connected, suited, something you got to find.
Give me something to work with.
It's first one in right now, basically. So
yeah, for sure. Both these guys making a deep run. Congrats to both of them.
Yep. Both guaranteed. I mean, second's going to walk away with an $1,100 seat, MSPT.
Absolutely.
WSOP, whatever you want to use it for. And first, the $11,000 poker package. I mean, Most have been using it for the main event. There's other 10K events. If that doesn't work
true.
out with your schedule, I believe it's just after the 4th of July this year. They kind of released some of the dates here. Nick picking up ace 9 on the button.
Well, this is easy.
They're going in. It's all a matter of what Justin's going to wake up with. And King, Queen. And
Goes
here we go. Justin needs to pick a
timely.
little bit of a suck out here. He needs to hit the king or the queen.
And
10, 6,
size
7.
good.
Not much help there.
Ace size.
Oh, and the straight for Nick. He is going to find the double and double through Justin
Nice.
here. And we are going to reconnect that stream. And guess what? We're at 3-4 to 3-0 now. So Nick takes the chip lead back with that.
Just back to the
Wow.
flat head-to-head grind.
Here we go.
Me too. How much fun was that play? It was awesome. I thought you were gonna bring it up. Dude, I love that play. I was gonna go with you to Vegas. Alright, sounds good. I seen the picture. I'll talk to you. Yeah.
Some comments here to look at quick. Mike Lynn, beautiful. Jordan Thompson says, whoa. Little Ric Flair
And
action.
we're right back at it. Justin can't take the knockout there. Gets them in, king, queen, and both players getting them in finally.
Shots
with good
fired.
hands, yep.
Shots fired. Just couldn't
They
get it
had
done.
they had been picking the right spots that time. They both get them in. I think they're both happy with it.
Yeah. What a battle. What a battle. Nick with the lead. 3-4 to 3-0.
Justin 6-7 on the button here.
One chip flick all in. There it
Yep.
is. Oh, that's a snap
And a
call with ace
call,
queen.
6-7, ace, queen.
Nick.
Nick needs to hold on to capture the 11K seat. Here we go.
No 7, no 6. he's
Jack
saying.
9-5. Nick picks up,
Spin it.
let's see,
Jack.
only a 6 or 7.
Two.
And Nick is
Oh,
going to
Nick
take
gets
it down.
Nice.
Wow, back-to-back
nice.
hands. He is going to double up, and
Holy
Nick Michael is going to
crap.
be our champion here. Wow.
Nick battled. Holy
yeah.
battle.
Hey, they
both did. They
They
both
were
did.
both battling.
Nick.
And guess what? Since we're on 10-minute delay, we got Nick in the booth here.
We have the winner.
Yes.
We have the winner in the booth. Nick, you want to come down
I'm gonna
say a
have-
few words?
I'm going to
Come sit down,
have
Nick.
him
Okay.
jump, put those headphones on real quick as we watch them clean up the table. Nick, first
Hey,
off,
nice to meet you.
congratulations. You definitely get in real close to that mic here. You got to
All
kind of.
right, is that better?
There you go. I can hear you in my headphones now. So take us through those last few hands there. You were getting grinded down to about nothing. I mean, the blinds are eating you up. I mean, what was your thought process here heading toward the end?
I just feel like you got to stay cool even when the cards aren't going your way. I made a couple of folds when I was short stack where I think a lot of other players would have actually probably shoved maybe just because of the chip count and the position and stuff like that. But I chose not to, and it worked out. I just seemed to be running good all day, honestly.
Yeah, no, and you played well. I mean, you put on a lot of pressure, and sometimes, I mean, I think you turned up the aggression at the right times, and then sometimes when you were, making some button plays and got re-raised, you dumped some hands. Where if you re-watch the stream, I mean, they were pretty easy folds, but you made the right plays where you're putting in a raise and then getting out of the way once you get 3-bet back. So that's great.
Yeah.
Great plays. You got to do those, and that's when you leave yourself the option of folding there rather than shipping it all in. So. And right here, I mean, we get back-to-back hands. You get the double up, and then literally a hand later, you score the knockout there. Got him in with the best hand both times. Ace-9 on the first one, and then what was this last one? What did we see?
It was ace-queen to 6-7.
Ace-queen, yep. He shipped it with the 6-7, which you guys, for a while there, were trading all-ins, and there was a point at one point where it was 7-high, 7-high, 9-high. You guys were shipping it, and so they were going in a lot, but you guys were picking up Jack-3, 10-4. I mean, and then all of a sudden you guys finally both found a couple hands at the same time. So very exciting. $11,000 main event seat. You think? I mean, obviously it's quite new. You think you are going to be playing the main event? Then is that what what the hope is? I mean, obviously, pretty brand new and kind of springing it on you right now. But
that's exactly my intentions. Actually, I want nothing more than to play in the main event.
Sounds good.
The biggest poker tournament in the world.
Exactly, most prestigious.
Kidding?
Exactly. Have you played a World Series event in the past?
No, I came close. There's a lot of guys. I was in Vegas playing cards, and I was doing really well for like 3 weeks, and a lot of guys were like, "You need to get in that tournament."
Okay.
And I didn't. It was such a big chunk of change, you know, to get in. But
what's the biggest?
The fact that it's a free roll, I believe that I'm gonna even play even better cards actually, because I don't have much to, you know.
Correct. You can play. You can play looser. So. And just, I mean, we can talk about it off air, but, you know, there's always options to, you know, sell pieces of your action, things like that. What's the biggest buy-in tournament you have ever played? Obviously, we've seen you on the circuit quite a few times this year. What's the biggest buy-in you've played?
I think it's like $1,200.
$1,200. So an event out in Vegas or MSPT?
Yeah, I think it was in Monome, and I forgot what it was. I thought it was a Rough Rider event.
Okay.
I don't remember. But
okay, so right around 1,000. So this will definitely be the biggest event you've played.
I played some high stakes cash games long ago, but I only played about 5 or 6 tournaments this year.
You said you were in Vegas for 3 weeks. That's a long time.
A while ago.
That was a while ago. When's the last trip to Vegas?
It was like 12 years ago.
Whoa!
But I was crushing it.
Okay.
I was crushing it way back then.
So it's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
So all right, this summer.
It's like riding a bicycle, though.
Exactly. So, well, we appreciate your time here. I mean, I hope you had a good. Let's talk about a little bit about your day. How did your day go throughout the day today?
Yeah, that was a grind. I drove up from Grand Forks, and whenever I make a trip, I always tell myself to just sit back and fold for a little bit, calm down from the ride.
Sure.
And I followed that. I finally followed my own advice, and I got here and just folded and waited for some good hands, took my time, and then I just picked my spots really well. I made some big calls with not very good cards, and I just stuck to my reads. I go with my gut pretty quickly when I play poker.
That's
I don't take a lot of time to think.
That's the way to do it. Zach on here was giving you crap. He's like said, I tried to get him to go ice fishing today, but he said I got a tournament to win, and
yes,
did come out to be true. That is crazy. So how about the final table? I mean, you're kind of all over the place on the stacks. Who did you think was going to be the toughest players on that final table? It was a pretty wicked lineup. There was some tough
I don't know
players.
his last name, and all I got for you is Mike. But there's 3 Mikes.
There was a lot of them. Which
one? But it was the
one?
one straight across from me.
Mike Estes in the He.
I was kind of glad to see, just because he's really good and he like beats up on me a lot. It seems like whenever we play, I'm always at the same table with him.
Sure.
And he's just a tough opponent.
If
I
he
didn't know the other two guys.
If he didn't take that
so.
beat on the 6, I think it was Mike's tournament to lose. So Mike is one of the best players out there.
Yeah.
I think it did everybody else a favor when Mike went out. So he was going to be a very tough out. He was the chip leader coming in. So no, great tournament. We're going to see you around on the 701 tour coming up soon.
Yes,
awesome.
Absolutely. I love 701 Poker Tour.
That is awesome. We appreciate it. We'll let you. It's already midnight. You got an hour drive back. It's going to be a little jacked up on the drive back.
It'll be a good drive.
I have a feeling you got a few phone calls coming here to some people, wake some people up, tell them you just won 11K.
Yeah, that's kind of something to talk about. But yeah, I'm gonna get home, get to bed. I gotta work at like 8 in the morning. I gotta go sell some cars. Hey, shout out to Rydell Chevrolet in Grand Forks. Come see me. My name's Nick Michael. I am the greatest salesman you'll ever meet. I'll take care of you.
There you go. Get a good plug in for himself. Well, we appreciate it. I appreciate all you viewers out there. Nick, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you out there a little bit. So
yeah, it was a pleasure, man.
You bet. Good job. I know you represent us well. So thanks to all the viewers out there. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you on the felts coming up sometime soon. Next week we're at Walcott and Bruisers. A couple weeks after, we're back here right at the DoubleTree for a couple tournaments.